everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, everybody, depending on what time it is. For you, where you are, Happy New Year! Welcome to January 3rd. I've had a couple days off, but it's 2024 and there's no turning it back now. Welcome to the year of the cute wigs. Although, committing to a year sounds like a lot. There's every chance that I get 3 days in and I'm like, I hate it. I'm going to be bald. Why, thank you. And this is a really cheap one. They have changed. Wigs have changed since like 2007 when I tried to wear one last. I say hello to you and greetings to my stream where I need to place 5 more Omnium Draconis orders to myself so that I may earn Trader's Tender. I was doing 48-hour orders for no reason. I was just throwing gold at the Artisan's Guild. We don't need this. There we go. So number 6, and then 7, and then 8, and then 9, and then 10. It is so boring, but it's like the easiest 200 tender you'll ever get. Or points, anyway. Gingerific, thank you very much for the 26-month resub, and our very first resub of the year. Appreciate it. Wignell looks good. Why, thank you. One thing that I'm excited about with wigs is that I can have a couple of them. I mean, I can have as many as I want, but we have limited shelf space, let's be honest. And I could change the color, because I could never in my life decide between teal green hair and pink hair, and now I don't have to. We can just change day to day. And then maybe somebody will be like, wait a second. Your hair's going to fall out if you keep doing that to it. You're dyeing it altogether too often, and I shall cackle to myself with, you know, like the acceptable amount of glee. What am I doing? Oh, I'm fulfilling my own work orders. That's right. Oh, she's a freehold, though. Oh, she has to do a freehold run before she can leave her freehold prison. She can port back anyway, because she'll have a freehold port. My natural hair is under. I also have a bamboo wig cap on just to help make a barrier between the wig and my head for comfy. You did say your hair grows fast, but this is ridiculous. Moose saw it, and I was expecting him to have some kind of a reaction, and he was just kind of like, hey mom, what's up? Is that a toy? Can I bite it? He didn't care. He's too smart for that. No fool in that one. I have a lot of... Oh yeah, I was going to sell the Tepid Versatility at the top of the new week, and that's precisely what I'm going to do. Let's throw those up. Do I need any herbs? I might need some herbs to fulfill my own work orders, but we'll see. We'll take a look at it. The iconic hair flip can make a grand return now. What made you decide to do wigs? I felt like it. Does it fall down if you shake your head very hard? I'm not inclined to find out. One of the nice things about the idea of only wearing it for this is that it doesn't need to really withstand like weather or exercise or anything. My main plan is to wear them sitting on my butt in my chair in front of my computer streaming and or making videos. So like head shaking can be kept to a minimum. And you know, like people like pin wigs to their heads and stuff, and I'm sensitive. I get headaches. We don't want to make this any ouchier than we need to be. Oh, you do it from the alchemy station. That's right. That's right. I just saw the wig. It's cool. You like it? I wasn't sold on the color, but it's reading more pink on camera. It looks a little bit mauvey in person, but it was the one that was available that I hated the least. And I think it's cute in a little ponytail. Get headaches when you pin things into your head? Very strange. You could have waited until April 1st to wear the wig and then said, what short hair? It's been a bald cap all along. I also, I trimmed my hair underneath it, and all of the dyed pink is gone from it, and I am a brunette again. It happened all at once. I had procrastinated for so long on trimming my hair that it had completely grown out all of the pink. Or at least to the level that I wanted to trim it. So here, let's, what do I need to buy? I need to buy probably some Rye the Bark and Bubble Poppy. Let's do that. What did we say, 10? No, I probably don't even need 10, but it'll come in handy. Will never fade. No. Might need some something, but it's something I can learn. What are we doing? We're looking for Bubble Poppy and Rye the Bark. I really want to get back to Zap Throttle Soul Inhaling, but I also want to do the trading post because it's January and I don't have any of the new things. Rye the Bark. I don't even know what I'm going to get. I feel like I won't know until such a time as I am you know, I'm stocked my tender and I'm faced with my choices. But we have to save some tender for February because I think the Loves in the Air stuff is going to be really cool. 500 extra tendies. So that's like confirmed then. I saw some kind of Wowhead headline and I didn't understand at the time if it was a bug or if it was like an intended thing. But I will take any and all extra tendies that they are willing to proffer to me. Hair grew really fast. 2024 is crazy, right? This is pretty much the strange hair dreams that I've had. Ever since trimming my hair, every now and then I have a weird dream where it grew back. But I was like, what the heck? I just trimmed this yesterday. How is it all back already? Like, the dream is that my hair grows really fast and that it's, like, freaking me out. And then I'm like, well, it's okay. You can just trim it again. You still have the clippers. It's fine. Oh, it's from the achievement for doing 12 months of it. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Yeah, well, that should be... I should qualify for that. I can't imagine that I've missed a month. That doesn't sound like me. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Oh, I forgot to do Freehold. I mean, I guess I could take her back out. I'm not mount farming today. Well, I might be mount farming today. You never can preclude yourself from such things. Does it make you want long hair again? No. The magical thing about this is that I can take it off and then be, like, not worried about it anymore. I think I'm gonna get the 2 mounts and probably freeze the pet for later. It's a loon trying to talk with you. Yeah. Speaking of mounts, how rich am I? Barely. Barely rich enough. I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. Shouldn't is such a... Crafting or operation failed. Shouldn't is, you know, such a fickle word. Did 2 mounts froze the one transmog that matches the RAF Mac mount. And the boots I got, you know you want it. Oh, but I'll be so broke. I'll have to start, well, not entirely from scratch. I left some gold on my evoker. You know, what is gold for? You guys hear about this? Oh, hang on. I cannot preview. Oh, it's only going to preview in that form. Well, it's okay. They added this vendor with some gold sync cosmetics on it that are only from this vendor. And then in August, the vendor's going to go away and they're going to move to the BMA, so they'll be otherwise unavailable except for the BMA. It's everything I ever wanted. I'm so happy. Oops. Yeah. You know what I love doing more than anything else is making gold from scratch. It's not like the right way to make gold. I don't care. It's so fun. We are gonna see golden regal scarab. Oh yeah. Didn't see how much that was. 1.2 million gold. Yeah. Yeah, recolor of the, what is it, that one, they did a shop mount or like a collector's edition mount that was some kind of a bug, like a scarab mount, but, mount special. And then there's also one in the trading post. But this one is gold. Would buying it on a goblin have saved any gold for it? Doubt it. Wings are really cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy about that. All right. How are we doing on Trading Post? I could talk myself into doing some double duty here and doing some keys. I did like 1 key per character, and I subsequently had kind of iffy vaults on 3 characters. I took a socket on my priest, and I don't remember what I took on my other characters, like minor upgrades, I'm sure. I could just... 5 keys is so long. It takes forever. It takes forever. I don't know about all that. Let's go to Stormwind and go beat up on some snails. In your head, is it gold plated or is it solid gold? Oh, it's solid gold in my mind. If I find it to be gold plated, then Miss Julon, Madame Julon, I forget her title. She's gonna have a very angry evoker visiting her shop. Get the mirror trinket of my druid. Oh, nice. That's what I took on. I took a mirror trinket on my hunter, and it was like a hero mirror. But I had a champion mirror. But it was a hero mirror with avoidance. So I was like, yeah. Okay, fine. Give me the mirror. The price must be a bug. I have to do all 5 in one shot. But if I want the points, I want to go shopping. I want to fill up my bar. But I got like 100 credit for. I'm at 500. I must have had. I don't know what I've done already, but apparently it's going well. I'm already halfway done. All I've done is the crafting orders. Something else must have happened like automatically. Level up. I could just level 10 times on any character. Molly Wobble, it's your turn for 100 points. I need to math this so that I have 100 points remaining so that I have a really good excuse to do that. What else do you have? Yeah. Slash Ponder and Mirajacil. Oh, for a second I thought my Scaraband was going to let me do that. Quests. Complete 10 quests, so that would also... Yeah, so I could get 200 basically for questing a little bit on a character. The weekly crafting quest is worth another 100. That's usually pretty easy. Let's make sure that we're tracking pets here so we can find a few of them, and then we're going to get something... We're going to find something that can bully. Maybe we should use one of our new ones. We got some new Emerald Dream pets. Who's new? The Pale Slumbertooth, maybe? Regular Slumbertooth? Snaggletooth? Oh, Snaggletooth is so cute. Any of you guys have... Yeah, beast damage is probably going to be useful. Let's, he's only level 23, but let's just do this. This will be fine. Yeah, I think a little bit of alt leveling would go a long way. Level 10 characters from 1 to 2. True efficiency. Nammy Whammy, thank you very much for the 42-month resub. Happy Wednesday, Hazel. Nice start to the current workday. Happy Wednesday. Also, Zyla had a 41-month resub. Thank you very, very, very much. Nami had 42. Ujai with a 41-month resub. All the big long ones coming in. Another year, another sub. Did you think that you were going to be here for 40? Don't answer that. Never mind. Abandoned line of questioning. Oh, it's named Snaggletooth. Got the bar done so fast after the Emerald Dream Weeklies and Quests, I wasn't even trying to or following it. Ooh. That's worth thinking about too. Yeah, I bet there must be some for like Super Blooming or something. I didn't think about that. Dragonflight. 100 for the World Boss. Weekly Crafting Quest is pretty easy. Oh yeah, 100 for Dream Warden's Rep. You kill some stuff in the Emerald Dream, that's another 100. Winning pet battles in the Emerald Dream would be another 100. Wow, they're really generous with this stuff these days. It's not that it was ever hard to do, but I feel like it's gotten like a lot easier. Bronze Dragon Banner toy. Do I have one of those? Toy box? I do. I could just use it. Mediocrity Squared, thank you very much for the 20-month resub. Had the option of the Hero Mirror or the Heroic Mace from Phyrek. Lucky for me, already had the base. Nice. Main took a socket, don't even have any items left to socket. Well, look at lucky you! I took a socket on my main, but I feel bad because I don't really want to use a socketing item unless it's on a myth track piece of gear, because that's like my main. But I also like am kind of retired on my main, so I'm not really doing anything that's gonna fill up my vault. Like what I would need to do is like 820s so I can get 3 vault options so I can try and fish for a myth track piece in one of the slots that I needed on. Because right now I don't have any socketable myth track items that I'm wearing. It's kind of a... And I could use it on like a hero track item, but like, you know, it feels like a very end of season thing to do. Moonbow, thank you for the 19-month resub. That's easy, just use it on Ixie's PvP gear. Do you expect someone to pop in here like, hi Hazel, haven't watched in 2 years, but you haven't changed a bit? That's about as far back as you'd have to go to get to this point, wouldn't it? Although, I would say this would be a really good hair day for back then. I was never terribly good at styling it. Just 18s for myth track? Well, that is a little bit more tempting. Not worth it if you sock it? Yeah, Blizzard can smell it and they'll put 3 in that slot in the next vault. I think you might be right. Big jigs. Morning, Hazel. Morning, Jans. Take a look at the new Goldsync vendor. Oh, you arrived too late, my friend. We splurged. Not quite first thing this morning, but pretty close to first thing this morning. I just couldn't resist. Been a while for me. See, your hair's grown back quite a bit. Am I lagging on Twitch for other than me? Oh, I hope not. We were having some ugly Twitch issues on my last stream on Sunday. Gold exists for spending. Have we done 10? We've done... Oh, we need 15. Well, that's alright. It's for 200 points. I've been kind of expecting them to, like, quietly take that down to 100 points, but I'm not complaining. Or make the pet battles, like... maybe they would love to make them require, like, the gain experience or on or whatever, like, make you do max level pet battles, except for the fact that, unless they specifically mandated that it was level 25 pets, I don't know if they have a great way of, enforcing that, because you could always get new level 1 pets and then fight it with that, and unless it's, like, counting what you have in your collection, I don't know, it would be weird. Maybe this is just kind of a accepted easy thing. Am I thinking of growing my hair back? I don't have any plans right now. I'm just happy to play with, I'm excited to play with some fun wigs. This is the only one I have right now, but I want to keep shopping and find 2 more that are a bit different. One green. I want like a teal, green, blue wig. And then another one. I don't know if I want any longer ones. I feel like a long wig's just going to get tangled more easily. Season 3 Vicious mount. Besides, most of the time I'm going to want to put it like back a little bit just to get it off my neck. I do need the Season 3 Vicious mount. I need like a large wall that I can cover with paper that I can color on so that I can make an enormous flow chart of my goals for the season, and then I can follow my progress like a big game of, sorry. What if you got one that was sporting an ostentatious hairstyle? Has to be a wall. Digital's cheating. Digital's cheating. The thing with digital anything is that I have discovered the secret in which you can just turn off the device and then it can't look at you anymore. Anytime in my life I've ever tried to keep like my calendar or like my plans or any kind of accountability tracking, anything like that in like a digital thing, I just stop opening the software and or like stop looking at the device so that it can't chase me. I've discovered that you can just leave your phone at home and run out the door, and then like, you know, it's telling you beep 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 beep, you should be doing your stretches, and meanwhile I'm like, you know, 7 blocks away looking at birds. At least paper, when you get back home from looking at the birds, the paper is still on your desk and you have to physically hide it if you want to make it not look at you anymore. Use the backside of wrapping paper. But I have double-sided wrapping paper. Actually, I'm pretty much out of wrapping paper. What I should do is I should buy more wrapping paper now while it's presumably on clearance in order to use it for next year. But I'm not going to do that because we all need to leave some room for character growth in the future. Have you tried follower dungeons? I have not. I don't think they're out today. The patch is going to be in... They announced a patch date. I heard about it secondhand. It's like 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks-ish. Will we get red skin for Lightforged, Draenei? What do you mean? Bird watching is essential. I saw... So there's downy woodpeckers, and then there's another woodpecker that looks almost exactly like a downy woodpecker, and there's a size difference. I saw the smaller one. I've discovered a street on which it lives. And I've seen it like a couple of days running now, and it's like really cute. And I've been meaning to look up in my phone what exactly, like try to figure out which one it is. I'm already 700? Alright, well we're gonna get onto an alt and do a tiny bit of alt leveling just to get those points while they're still relevant. I definitely need an excuse to do that. And then I'm gonna put you back to Freehold. I wanted to play it now. There was a hawk in my backyard eating a smaller bird today. My goodness. Oh, I'm, I don't know why I said that like I had a big piece of news to share. I need to refill my hummingbird feeder. I should write that down. Whenever that item ends up on my to-do list, I usually just call it bird juice. So here, let's write that down. Bird juice. And it just means that I need to make some more, syrup and clean the feeder and refill it. What is today? It's the 3rd. January 3rd. Anything else I need to do today? Probably post the string button. DVK Joe, thank you very much for the gift subs. Appreciate that very, very much. 10 of them, holy moly. Congrats to those who picked him up. Gotta juice out the birds. Post-stream VOD. It's a raid night tonight, which means that I need to think of something fast to make for dinner. Later me problem. You actually make a liquid, you are not juicing birds one way or another. No. And it's supposedly it's especially important if you are going to feed hummingbirds throughout the winter to continue feeding them throughout the winter because they come to rely on your feeder. And it's ugly for them if they lose it. So I need to make sure that it's good. You have bread? I do have bread. Do you want to see my book? I made a member video for the legendary YouTube members. It's like my YouTube version of Patreon. But I got myself a cookbook to work through because I apparently needed a project. I also made myself a facsimile bookmark out of a piece of a Logitech keyboard box. And then I like put some hearts on it with a pen just to make it cute. But I am very excited. It's not just a bread cookbook. It's a bread machine bread cookbook because I have a bread machine and I think they're marvelous devices. And it's got 300 recipes in it. I made one. So only 299 left to go. It is large. I did not understand how large it was when I started it. I had no idea. Alright, let's, I'll log in and I'll fix her out on thing. Excellent amount of recipes. DIY bookmark shortcoming one. Yeah, how to. You go to your recycling bin. You gotta look for a likely piece of cardboard. I made a frozen pizza in the air fryer recently, and it was legit the best version of it I ever had. What's your go-to for frozen pizzas? And are they the same in Germany? We have, Delicio pulled out of Canada, so all of our pizzas, the frozen pizzas, are either some kind of store brand that's terrible or like the Dr. Oetker ones. And they have like the Dr. Oetker, sorry, I'm kind of a frozen pizza person. It's not my healthiest trait, but shut up. They have the Dr. Oetker Ristorante, and they have the with the spinacci and the fungi, and you know. And I like the spinach one, even though it's kind of salty. But then they also now do a rising crust one because somebody had to eat Delicio's lunch. It was a Dr. Oetker Ristorante. I had a feeling it might be, but I don't know why I thought that. Love the super cheap Jack's Frozen Pizza. Did this with pie a few years ago with the 4 and 20 Blackbird book. I like Tony cheap pizza. Nothing wrong with frozen pizzas. I'm sure it's not the healthiest thing I eat, but usually on a night that I'm eating frozen pizza, if I didn't make that, I would have probably gotten takeout. And a frozen pizza is like $8, and takeout is like way more than that. And they're both probably the same amount of salty and filled with preservatives. So it's fine. It evens out. I need to do things here. She's going to be a healer. Molly Wobble is a Mistweaver monk. I don't know how far she's going to get in life, but she'll never find out if she doesn't start. She needs Hazelina Inksy. She needs Inksy's details profile, and she needs the healing edit mode profiles. So we're going to go into edit mode, and by healing I just mean default. Do that. And then she needs to have auto loot. I'm going to level up 10 levels in questing. So I guess maybe I won't be Mistweaver. Maybe I'll be, oh, she needs action bars, certainly. Options, action bars. Maybe I'll Windwalker for a while. No, maybe I'll Mistweaver and then I'll do DPS as Mistweaver so I can, like, figure out how that works. It's not gonna be good, but it's fine. Everything's fine. I really like that name. $8 Canadian. Yes, but then also, you can't forget the tax. You buy the cheese frozen pizza, you doctor it with your own stuff. Ooh. I found that, bringing it back to the bread machine, making a pizza by hand, especially if you just like take your standards and you bring them down and you're comparing it to a frozen pizza and not like, I don't know, somebody who's good at it. You can make like a really good pizza with like a super basic dough that the bread machine just like do, and then you can just kind of slam it on a sheet and put your stuff on it. I don't have a pizza stone, and at this point, I don't want one. Hyper organic light originator. Oh yeah, that's right. Mechanomes have this racial that gives you like these little like mirror images that are for the sake of they distract your foes, so they like take aggro off you, I guess. That might be kind of useful for healing, honestly. Roll. What else can she do? That's her mount. This is Vivify. This is Expel Harm. Blackout Kick, Tiger Palm, Spinning Crane Kick. Crackling Jade Lightning. What's that one? Touch of Death. Am I not spec'ing to that anymore? I might have lost that one. Oh no, I still have Touch of Death. Mistweavers just get Touch of Death. That's sick. The book totally has a pizza dough recipe. I'll have to see if it's any better than mine, because I really like mine. It's basically just a super simple amount of, like, bread flour, water, salt, and then and then yeast, of course. And then I like to add fresh rosemary, because I have a huge rosemary bush that won't quit. And then I press some fresh garlic into it, and then I just mix all that in, and it's amazing. I wouldn't say I'm anti-microwave. I'm anti-microwave enough to the point that I'm not buying one for a place that doesn't have it. But if I buy a place, if I, like, move into a house, and or condo, because let's be real, and it has, like, a microwave, like, built in over the range or something like that, I'm not going to rip it out. I'm not, like, tinfoil hat avoiding them. I just don't really... And I would probably use it for, like, defrosting stuff at that point. But I've just found other ways to live my life. Rising Sun Kick. This is so many buttons. This is so many buttons. I don't ever want to taunt anything. I'm a Mistweaver monk. Let's not even worry about that. And then Soothing Mist. Yeah. And then that one's our stun. And then we also have Dispel. Nice to have from the start. She's gonna need heirlooms. So let's get her some heirlooms. Legs. And a nice staff. And then maybe like a ring and 2 int trinkets and a neck. I don't know why I'm like so exhausted by putting on heirlooms. It's I should feel more privileged that I have them already and they're already upgraded. I'm just gonna need to fix her transmog. It's quite something. Oh, she needs a title. She is Molly Wobble, the Mechano Mistweaver Monk. She is Molly Wobble, Minion of Mayhem, the Mechano Mistweaver Monk. Or she could be the Mawwalker Molly Wobble Mawwalker Mistweaver. Come on, that's pretty good. What do you want? Do I have, Plater on? I hope I have Plater on. I simply don't know what I would do without it. I do have it on. Good, 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 good. Welcome to Monk! A handful of buttons here. Are you sure there's enough M's in your names? I have triple MWs now. They don't really sell steamers anymore. They don't sell steamers. I got a steamer. I have a bamboo steamer and I have a metal steamer. I use the metal one for vegetables and the bamboo one for dumplings. I want to make dumplings. And I want to buy dumpling wrappers instead of making them by hand because I've done that before and I don't have the patience for it. And I can't find dumpling wrappers to buy in this town anywhere. I must be shopping in the wrong places. Also, I've only looked online because I haven't left my house because I've become a bit of a hermit. But I know they're, like... I know they're out there. They must be. I had to buy a couple of specialty cooking things, actually. I mean, I had to order some Vital Wheat gluten because apparently that's required for a lot of these recipes. Not required, but it's like you add extra protein, basically, to your flour to beef it up for the bread machine to accommodate for the different kneading action. All right. You get very excited about dumplings. Don't apologize for that. I want to make my own dumplings because right now, if I'm going to have dumplings, I buy the frozen ones from Dumpling Drop, and those are really good, but it's like 20 bucks for a bag of dumplings, which is basically one meal for 2 people if you're a dumpling fiend like myself. And that's like, that's approaching eating out prices. So we go into Cataclysm. And then we're actually going to quest. I'm going to do the thing I normally hate doing. And I'm going to use a healing spec to DPS while questing. I would just spec Windwalker, but I understand that monks do some form of healing by DPSing. And I know I probably don't have the talents for that just yet, but I want to, regardless, get used to the basic attacks, because I haven't played a monk in forever. I don't even have one right now. Well, I have one now. Cheerhalla, thank you for the 34-month resub. Appreciate it very much. Also, Whipwap had reached a 3-stream streak. Wednesdays, anything can happen day. And X Arthur had a 19-month resub as well. Morning, Hazel. Hope you had a great holiday. Thank you very much. I had a nice couple of days off for New Year's. I got really cozy. Oh, I took down... Oh, my Christmas tree and all of my Christmas decorations, and then I got the vacuum and I cleaned up all of the fallen glitter and the fake tree needles. Oh, it was magical. It's all nicely packed away in its box at the top of my closet again. And I moved a few things around and otherwise cleaned up. And my beloved puppy dog has reached a very important puppy milestone in that, knock on wood, shoe jail, which was the practice by which we used to confine our shoes into a dog crate to protect them from the dog, because when he was a puppy, he would steal them and try to destroy them. Shoe jail is no longer required. We have collapsed shoe jail, we have replaced the shoe rack, and the shoes live in peace, safe from my now 7th-month puppy who is mostly trying to just destroy his toys. It looks so much nicer out there, and you don't have to like reach all the way to the back of a dog crate that has kind of a sharp part on it to try to get like your shoe that fell to the very back of it. I'm so happy. It feels so much nicer out in that room. Healing through violence. 100 pounds? No, but remember when I was saying he was like probably like 40, maybe 50 pounds? We weighed him. He like got bigger. He's like 60 pounds now. I don't know when he put on 10 pounds of dog. And maybe my scale's just not accommodating for it, because I am doing the thing where I'll like weigh myself and then I'll pick up the dog and then I'll weigh the dog. But we did it twice with both myself and my partner, and we both came up with numbers that were within a couple pounds of each other, and they were both basically 60 pounds. Also, it is incredibly hard to deadlift that dog off the floor because he is 60 pounds now. So he's gotten bigger. He's also, he has to eat more. He was ravenous, and we did some research, and we pushed his food up to get now 4 cups a day. And now that he's eating 4 cups a day, he is no longer diving into the street to try to pick up receipts to eat, because I think he was just starving. What breed? He is 14 different breeds. He's a mixed breed. The main ones are German Shepherd, Malamute are the top 2, followed by Husky, and then Cattle Dog, and then another 10 things. Yeah, he's lots of breeds. He's big is what he is. Tokens were down to 244k yesterday, climbing back up a bit today. I'm gonna go like all the way to Northridge Valley. I wonder how big he'll eventually get. He is 7 months. He'll be 8 months old in another like week to 2 weeks. His birthday was either May 10th or May 15th. 2 documents had it as the 2 different dates, so I'm assuming it was around there. Maybe they didn't know. But yeah, he's going to be 8 months old in approximately a week. And as a large dog, he's going to continue growing until maybe like a year-ish, and then filling out until maybe like a year and a half. But I wouldn't be surprised if he breaches 80 pounds in the future because of that. He's hungry. You can actually answer what breed with yes, and it would be technically. Wouldn't be technically inaccurate. I'm happy his ears are still floppy. They're so cute. They're so cute. I'm really happy too, because they're really, there's nothing quite like them. Oh, I'm not allowed to do these quests. Oh, I guess I'll have to go do these ones. There's nothing quite like them. They don't look quite like any other dog that he passes in the street. They're not fully flopped down, and they're not fully pointed up. They are half up and half down, and then they go further up and further down based on his mood and energy level. Beef Bonanza, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Hi, kitty cat. Kitty cat, you want to say hi to stream? Hi. Wow, wow. How you doing? The only thing I'll have to contend with when we eventually take the gate down is all of the blind cat proofing in the front room had to be taken down because the dog was tearing at it. And I feel like he might leave it alone now, so I might have to like reinstall all of it, but I would have to find some new stuff because I got rid of a lot of that foam that I had used. Because she does walk into stuff, and also a lot of it moved. Best thing about ears that are kind of floppy is a subtle ear tip wiggle when they move their head. When he's like trotting along and he's walking and he's really happy and they're half up, half down, they're just like blink, 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 blink. It's like really, really cute. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year, Cotton-eyed Goat. But we gave him a bath last night because it was about time. Oh, and he's so soft. And he smells so good. And I think he likes being clean. I think he looks like extra happy. He was so cuddly this morning, and he just smells amazing. Cause I got this like puppy shampoo that's like a wild cherry smell, and oh. Yeah. Yeah, sweet. 10 quests and 10 levels, and we'll be swimming in Trader's Tender. Ristorante pizza, $8 plus tax where you live. Yes. Canadian dollars, but yeah. If you're lucky and they're on sale, you might get it for like $7.50. Yeah. It's food in Canada has been kind of squeezed for a couple of years, and food on Vancouver Island and in Victoria maybe a tiny bit more so. It's one of those things. But I can't complain. I got groceries. Rent paid. Happy about that. We just don't go out and do very much, but honestly, it's not like I was going to go out and do very much anyway. I just tell myself that all of the money that I'm saving by never going to the bar is just going to purchase cheese. That's why I got 2 blocks of cheddar in my fridge. You never seen somebody so, what do the kids say? Wealthy. Kids probably don't say wealthy. Oh, I got a white quality appearance added to my collection. I have so many things that I'm excited to do in WoW this week. I want to do keys, but I don't know if I'm going to do them. I want to do Trading Post, and we're definitely doing that. I kind of want to make gold again now that I'm freshly, not broke, but like, I kind of want to consolidate my gold across my different characters and then come up with a new scheme to kind of replenish my coffers now that I've spent 1.2 million. You know what? I should be writing that thing. Now that I've spent 1.2 million gold on a Regal Scarab. A golden Regal Scarab. I also need to get a little bit of gold so that I can transmog this character. Oh, it's pretty! It's got pretty wings! I like the pretty wings! Do I need a gold tooth? Not for gold tooth's sake specifically. Alright, well that'll work. I don't know if I've ever touched a death something before, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. $1.70 on sale here, including taxes, like $2.50 in Canada. Are you sure those didn't like fall off the back of a truck somewhere? That's like weird. I don't like even like that's weird. That's real weird. That is the 1.2 million gold beetle. I bought it this morning. Shook me down for gold too. Blizzard mandated we be poor. I was so excited because like that's all I've been asking for. Was all I want in gold making is it's its own game for me, but I want to have, you know, like flashy stuff to spend my gold on that's not like inter-character stuff, because I'm not that kind of person. I'm never gonna buy like a raid carry to try to get like a, I don't know, like a mythic. I know somebody that's like saving up a lot of gold so that if mythic Farak carries ever become like within gold cap or 2, like 15 mil, buying that for like the owl. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not looking to get anything that I didn't. It's just not me. And for a while I used to spend my gold on the black market auction house, but then they started giving all of that stuff away for prime rewards and whatnot, which is fine, but it does mean that I, is this how you do Mist River Monk damage, by the way? It's working. It's fine, but it's, you know, it's less tempting to spend like 500k on a toy when you got like the other one just like the last week for a Twitch Prime thing. So, failing that, I already kind of had all of the other like gold sync mounts and pets and stuff in the game, and I started just sinking my gold into tokens so that I could buy shop stuff, and that works fine. But I like this better because like if I'm running around in a shop mount, people aren't going to think, wow, she has a lot of gold. People are going to think, wow, what a whale, you know. I would rather I want stuff that like is a reward to gold making in and of itself. And I suppose you could like do the reverse, like you could spend a bunch of money, buy a bunch of tokens to get the scarab mount, but I'm just choosing not to think about that. Why 15? I don't know, it's just like a benchmark. I think they're not, I don't even think they're selling them yet. Have we seen a preview or a hint of the Lunar New Year mount yet? I thought we did. I thought there was like a shadow on a thing, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. I thought there was like one of those shadowed out mount preview images, like on a corner of like a promo image. I hope the beetle will be able to dragon ride. How do you make a lot of gold before the vendor goes away? I'm poor. I made all my gold with alchemy, and dragonflight professions, and I put all that into a video. There's also, if you're starting from scratch, raw gold making is not too bad doing gold world quests, particularly if the Dream Surge Magpies effect is active, and then just dragon races and a bunch of characters. That'll get you started. Gathering's not a bad idea. That's an available thing that can also get you started if you're starting from scratch. Having gathering on a character and just doing a bunch of farming will get you something. With alchemy, start with lead. Exactly. Is this a new mechanome? It is. It's my only mechanome currently, and my only monk, because my previous monks and mechanomes, rest in peace, were lost in the Great Alt Purge, where I deleted a bunch of characters of whatever year that happened in. Gathering isn't great, Awakened stuff's come down, but better than nothing. If somebody wanted to do it and it sounded fun, it's not it's not as good as it was, but it's not useless either. You can definitely make some gold that way. Am I happy with this? We got everything we needed from this? I think we did. Fishing between solo shuffle queues, Isle of Dorado, like 120 gold each. I had some thought about fishing for, the frozen ones, or the lava ones, or the special ones, the leaper schools, the prismatic leapers. I was gonna fish for prismatic leapers because those looked like they were doing reasonably. They're harder to grind, but they're like, I remember farming those way back when. I feel like that would still be kind of fun. I'll have to consolidate my gold and figure out what I'm working with and figure out what I want to do to try to make it back. Alright, Touch of Death is confirmed. Hazel condoned fun. Every 3 minutes you get to just like point at something and then it falls over. Assuming that it has less health than you, I guess. Okay. See how we're doing on gold. Because I need to transmog this character. That won't get me any Trader's Tender, but it will make me feel better. She's only got 1 gold 13. Need to turn in a few more quests. Ring of Peace will change your life one day, especially in dungeons. I have a feeling that I'm going to need some practice with Ring of Peace in order to make it not... I'm just gonna knock mobs like... I'm gonna pull stuff basically with it. Are the geese having goslings? I don't know, but I've seen geese flying overhead really low, which is weird. It's not that unusual to see, like, you know, flights of geese in the big V's migrating at various times, but they've been flying basically like in the tree line, and I don't know why, but it's probably some kind of a climate change thing. It's very strange. I've never ever in my life seen that before this year. Somehow we end up with 3 mechanomes: Turbo, Gearbox, and Turbine. Those are fantastic names. Comical ring placement, primo stream content. Can comical ring placement pull extra mobs, or am I just paranoid? You're all good, Dorta. I made a command just because I figured it might come up a few times. Ring on its own won't aggro mobs. Okay. Okay. Only if it knocks the mobs into non-aggroed ones. So if it knocks aggroed mobs into non-aggroed mobs. But if it knocks non-aggroed mobs into more non-aggroed mobs. Ooh, should I do the pet battle? I should do the pet battle. Usually where you accidentally put them on the ceiling. Yeah. I've been known to put holy word sanctifies on the ceiling by accident. It's been known to happen. That's never a good feeling. Don't know if it'll aggro non-aggroed mobs. I think it might. Because I used to see, and this was in Shadowlands back when you tanked for us more often, but I used to see my Brewmaster Monk tank ring things away from our path, and they would just like try to pat, they would keep getting bonked back. But they weren't pulled, they were just trapped. Shadow crash on the ceiling! Makes me realize I have much more to practice, learn myself in my month. They were really good at, he was really, really good at Ring of Peace. It was my favorite thing ever to do Spiteful Weeks with that brewmaster, because I was always, they would always just have an eye out. I was always perfectly safe. Amazing for Spiteful Weeks. Blizzard always went on trees. The first boss aspires. We used to have a raider that was a Disc Priest that would put the big dome shield that Discipline Priest get, Mass Barrier or whatever, they would put that on the light fixtures in Nathria on purpose, because it would, when you put it up on a thing like that, you would see both halves of the dome. So they would make basically a big globe chandelier, and it was hilarious except for the fact that we were pulling trash and we actually kind of needed the cooldown or something. I don't know. Everybody always reacted with a mix of groans and glee. I have had a comment about being stereotypically Canadian in raid and voice. How is it in your raids? You get a lot of sorries happening? Do people even notice? Not so much. It doesn't come up all that much anymore. Maybe a little bit more in the past. It's it used to bother me more too when I was younger, and people would, from my perspective, make fun of my accent. I used to get kind of nettled at that. But nowadays, either my friends grew up or I got over it, or both. It doesn't happen super much. I usually just say something about how I'm gonna send my beaver after them, and then we just all move on. Touch of Death is shortened to TOD, which is the German word for death. Do like when things line up. Groans and Glee sounds like the name of a guild that I would definitely join. So I am not leveling as fast as I kind of thought I would, but maybe it's just because I've done a lot of quests that were going to turn in all at once. I used to think that getting 10 levels was super quick. Maybe it is. Maybe it will be. I guess, you know what? I don't have any experience buffs right now. I have not leveled without experience buffs in some time, but this is the first go of it I've had in a while. Now you can say you'll send your moose after them. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that one. He will stick his tongue into your ear. I hardly notice. Yeah, extremely thick Canadian accent. I'm sure I say a few words in a way that is a bit Canadian, and more so since I stopped repressing it, but I don't know. I feel like I just sound like a Pacific Northwesterner. Faster 1 to 10 to 10 to 20. Yeah, that would have been better, but Molly Wobbles needed to be a mechanome. She needed to be a mechanome Miss Weavermonk. That's okay. We got our 10 quests done for the Traveler's Log. So we're at 800. Oh, I could get another 100 for doing another 15 quests. I never do the weekly crafting quests. Those are super easy. Especially if you're just doing the gathering quest, like the turn in 8, bubble pop here, whatever, that works. I thought this was going to be faster, but then again, I think this will be fine. I think I can do another 15 quests pretty quickly. Especially when there's so many nice short ones like this. If anyone said I will send my beaver after you, one thing that would not happen with the conversation. Moving on. 3 toys in front of Dawn of the Infinites for easy points too. Does it have to be in front of Dawn of the Infinites, or can it just be anywhere in the Dragon Isles? They're the banner toys, or am I thinking of something else? Bye, Goldtooth. And then this one turns in back over there. Adorable hair. Happy New Year. Hope it's off to a great start. Thank you very, very much. Oh, Dawn messed up one of them. Oh. Here, let me read that again. Dragonflight. Or maybe World. Special? Oh, at the temporal conflux. Oh. Okay, I was thinking of the Bronze Dragon banner. That just says use in the Dragon Isles. But these ones say use at the conflux. Because I could do that really quick. I have the Dawn Portal. Weird flex. I have the Dawn Portal on my priest, so I could just zoop over there and use... I'm sure I have some of those toys. I must. I would. Sounds like me. What is the reward for doing what you're currently doing? I am working on trading post credit, but also kind of getting a little early start to leveling this Mistweaver monk that I've been wanting. Play lots of monks in groups. Whenever I kill someone with touch, I announce, touch! Wish they revamped the old world already? Oh, I kind of hope they don't. I really like this. I think it's perfect just the way it is. Gathering one's funny. It counts stuff not gathered on the Dragon Isles. Oh. Maybe Molly Wobble needs to be urban mining. She can pick up both, actually, right now. When the War Within starts heating up, I'm gonna have to figure out my profession plan, and it's going to have to be good. I don't feel like I fumbled professions in the Dragonflight. I definitely made lots of gold. I was happy about that. I was very excited to do alchemy. But outside of alchemy, I didn't accomplish anything else. And I don't know if that's a loss necessarily, but I feel like I feel like I want to do more in War Within, basically. I have like 2 gold now. I'm like trying to get enough gold together to transmog my weapon and stuff. I'm sure I can do my outfit, but I might not have enough gold to do the weapon. We'll give it a go. We can't all be flappy. I guess that is one reason why maybe it's not as I'm not as excited to level all the professions, is like, why bother when Flappy's gonna do it anyways? I don't know what she's gonna wear. Also, I don't have the gold right now. Let's keep going until we've at least done, let's do at least another like 9 quests. And that'll get me 100 points, I think, for 25. So let's carry on. All my alts have almost no progress. I just would have needed to be really disciplined about... I would need to be really disciplined about keeping up with the weeklies. I think my downfall was that early in Dragonflight, I did not understand all of the weekly profession drops until much later. It took me like months to get set up with the Tama's Dragonflight Helper week aura. I was not working with that right away. So by the time I figured it out, I was kind of like, I don't know, exhausted already. Weeklies were the worst. And used for excess knowledge points. You can trade them for extra metal. There's a vendor that will convert them to metal for you. And as far as I understand, that's the only thing. I don't think they're going to add any more spec points to Dragonflight professions at this point. And if they did, people would be quite upset about them having added that metal vendor in the first place. The Dragon Charts of Knowledge World Tour. Yeah, I definitely wasn't up to doing that. I should do some melee. Here we go. So, that one's a cooldown. That one's a bit of a cooldown. I think that if I'm a Mistweaver, the specifics of my buttons aren't as... the order of them might not be as important. I know that for Windwalkers, you kind of want to like not hit your buttons. You want to alternate your buttons so that you're not mashing 1 2 times in a row. I wonder if it doesn't matter as much for Mistweaver. How come I have a breath bar? I'm a cyborg. I guess I still have, like, lungs. You'd think they would implant an oxygen tank for you. Oh! I thought that rolling in the air would take me over that way, and it did not. Your mining animation's hilarious. I need to look at it again. I didn't see it. There'll be stuff to mine in the mine, surely. Got a Rolex on my wrist. Yes, it's in World of Warcraft. Ooh, alright, 4 mobs. Spinning crane kick. Yeah, I'm pretty strong. I haven't done any healing yet. I just like her. I like the fact that she's like casting and channeling these things out of her like little mecha pinchers. There's a rare. Oh, I missed one. Where? Oh yeah, there's Limpop. Yeah, let's go get him. He'll be worth some experience. See you later, kitty cat. Don't make her give you the clamps. Her squeezers. Remember how extremely dead you would have been on Classic. Oh man, Hazel's playing a monk? Not just a monk. Molly Wobble Mallwalker, the Mechano Mistweaver monk. Alright, I want to see at least her herbalism animation. Say that 5 times fast. Thought it was Tuesday. What a pleasant surprise. To not only delete an entire workday from memory, but also getting a surprise to me. Stream. Well, I Fistweaver, Mistweave as I level. I'm certainly, well, I can't say I'm Fistweaving. I think we're just fisting. I'm certainly doing some, I don't know. I keep saying words and none of them add up to knowing. I don't know. Right now I'm just after some trading post credit. Once I get that, I'm probably going to retire her back to an inn for some rest. I didn't get anything else from the Gold Sink vendor yet, just the mount. The rest of it, I probably will want it before August, but it doesn't appeal to me as strongly as the mount did. The mount was definitely the big exciting thing. Oh my goodness, she holds the mining pick in her little pincher. Cabby K22, thank you for the 7-month resub. How goes the wig? It's going pretty good. It's comfier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be writhing in itchiness and heat and discomfort. And honestly, I'm not really thinking about it all that much. Yeah, she's pinch weaving. There we go. There might be a rare at the back of the cave. Sometimes there is. Oh, I can spam spinning crane kick. For some reason I thought it had a cooldown, or maybe like a, I thought it had, I don't know, some reason I couldn't just spam repeatedly. There, yeah, there she is. There's always rares at the back of these caves. On Windwalker it costs cheap. Okay. I guess it costs mana, but I don't know if it's going to be a meaningful amount of mana or if it's just on Mistweaver, like the opportunity cost at the time that you're spending spinning instead of specifically doing other things. I'm very curious to see how... Oh, do you still get those Zen Pilgrimage quests? I guess I can find out. I remember I used to level monks just with those. I used to just do that like every day or week or whatever it was. And then nothing else. You do? Oh. Oh, I keep jumping and then rolling and I go nowhere. I gotta cut that out. Those quests are awesome. They were like, and they gave you like an experience buff or something, right? Don't forget about Zen Flight when you get it. It's slow, but it's got style. Zen Flight. Oh, is that the one where you kind of like hover? Not sure they still give the buff? Yeah, probably not. If I had to... Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, let's get off the road and then we'll go try that. We were basically spin to win. They don't give the XP buff anymore. Still like a quest, though. Will they give me gold? I'm kind of broke. Ooh, I can send those... Whoa, those are worth 4,000 gold. I can send those white boots to my to Inksy to learn, and also that too. I don't know that. And then I never did buy her bags either. I could send her gold, but like, where's the fun in that? These. I mean, I guess I can post some things, make some gold that way. 4 gold for like the 1 earth root would be more gold than I had like already altogether. That'll help her transmog. Anyone want that? Yeah, maybe. Didn't realize it's Dungeon Week. 4 mythics for a heroic raid piece. I am gonna have to do some keys. Well, have to is a strong word. Or a strong phrase that we should stop saying. Do I want to do some keys for that? Am I still gearing up Barnacles and Phaleria? Not gearing them up. I'm not gearing them up very hard anymore, though. I've kind of got excited about collecting again. So it might just be time to let it go and move on. There's a... Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at her go. Ruby Rife Pool spam. Oh, no. I would rather do actual mythics. I would rather do, like, I don't know, 2 keys. Depends on whether you want to do them. Yeah. How are we doing on our 9 quests? We are... Well, we still need to do 9 because we haven't turned any of them in. I have 2 to turn in there. I have... These ones are, honestly, a fair bit of running around, if we're being honest with ourselves. I've been just kind of leveling out by attacking things. Finally got an Alta 480. Very nice. I'm in kind of a strange spot with Barnacles, where I want to find out what he's really capable of in terms of raid healing, but also, I don't know. Maybe it's just that I want to impress my friends and not strangers, but like, I don't feel that motivated to put him into a heroic pug to try. Turn in 10 quests in a group, you get progress for post. That's true, that's true. Spam +2 rise for the quest. Chance for mount. Ooh, that's a good point. If I get the mount from that thing, it could give me... I kind of want to earn the freehold mount first, because I want it to give me the King's Rest mount. I need to see a list of all of the mounts that it could give me, because I think I have basically most of them. So I'm close enough where I could maybe like try to collect a few more and then, you know, like have it just give me the rest of them. Got Rivenger's Death Charger. Look at this thing wiggle. Come on. Does it have a name? Does it have a description, more importantly? Plated. Oh, it is plated with gold. Man. Plated with gold. I mean, nothing says it's not gold underneath. Except for the fact that it's alive. Plated with gold and socketed with emeralds, this scarab is fit to fly royalty. In style. It's me. Queen Hazel. Solid gold. Plated with more gold. I feel like getting punched by the squeezers would, like, really hurt. There's not going to be any give to those at all. They're just, like, solid iron. Happy New Year, miss. Happy New Year. He just killed that man in front of his kids. I don't know. He owed money or something. Listen, I'm not the brains of this operation. I'm just the pinchers. Not only did we kill him, but apparently we beheaded him. Is our lore boss also made out of gold and alive? There might be some magic involved. Like the purple gold that Nala Red made on YouTube via crazy chemistry. Do I want to collect the 8 bundles of wood? It's kind of an awful... well, but look at them all. I can see all of them available. Whenever I do this quest... oh, I probably have talent points to spend. I need that. Also, I need to touch of death on cooldown. I need roll. I need roll related talent points. Make me fast. Tiger's Lust. Grants an additional charge. Alright, we'll do an additional charge. Oh, we get 2. We can get both. And then give me Enveloping Mist or whatever. I must be fast. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, I can feel the root breaks already. Gherkin Slice, thank you very much for the 37-month resub. Holy moly. And Margaret with a 16-month resub. Thank you. What you working on? Trading posts, but also a little double whammy of Mistweaver. Molly Wobbles, the Mistweaver monk. Mawwalker Molly Wobbles, the Mistweaver Mechano monk. Molly Wobble Mawwalker, Mistweaver Mechano monk. How many shoes could a shoe fly shoe? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Technically working on trading post, yeah. The best kind of correct. I do love a good double whammy. I love stacking objectives. I love doing anything that is working towards more than one goal. Like if I can level up but also be getting trading post stuff and also be making gold. Or if I'm doing keys but also I'm getting a weekly done and also I'm getting my vault filled, or you know, as many objectives as we can humanly stack together. I didn't put Enveloping Mist in my bar, did I? So if I'm channeling, so it's a 1.8 second cast, but if I'm channeling Soothing Mist on myself, I can just kind of put it up. Yeah, that's right. That didn't change. Vertically integrated questing. Are you someone that likes shopping for deals? I worked in retail long enough to know that a lot of deals are just there to manipulate you. Like, I worked retail long enough to know that the actual really good value deals were not impossible to find, but they were kind of few and far between. And that a lot of sales were either on sale, but like negligible amounts based on the actual regular value or price, or they were just like lies. What I do, and this isn't any more efficient, mind you, it's just brainwashing that's managed to work on me, is I'm a Canadian Tire Money metagamer in that I will specifically swap around my Canadian Tire rewards points offers to stack up as many as I can for when, or like the best bonuses I can for whenever I'm buying dog food and treats and cat food and stuff, because I get my pet supplies there, like cat litter and whatever. And if I'm going to spend ridiculous amounts of money buying these things, I may as well get all these reward points that equal up to cashback, except that I never spend my Canadian Tire rewards balance. Like, it's basically a balance I have that I could just use to buy stuff at the store. And I never spend it because I have this weird fantasy that one day, if I ever buy like a house, and knowing me, I'm probably going to move goalposts. I'm going to buy like a condo or a townhouse or something, and I'm going to be like, this doesn't count. When I buy a real one day, on the magical, you know, happy ever after that never happens, I'm going to use that balance to, like, I don't know, buy myself a housewarming gift for the new place. But until then, every time I buy something, the cashier's like, whoa, that's a lot of balance. Do you want to use any of this? And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm saving it forever. How about getting in a dungeon while she's small and can destroy the world with a spinning crane kick? It's a good idea. I just, I want to make sure... I want to do the training post thingy. We're pretty close. We're going to get these 15... We're going to get these quests done. And then after we're done with the quests, we're going to do the toy thing out front of Dawn of the Infinites by the Temporal Conflux. And then I think we're going to do our trading post shopping. Does it stack indefinitely? As far as I can tell, yeah. I read through as many terms and conditions as I could manage, and there doesn't seem to be any limit to how much Canadian Tire Rewards money you can have. They used to have it in actual, like, little fake tender. They used to have little play money that they would give you, but now it's all done digitally on the app with the card. But yeah, as far as I can tell, I can stack it up as long as I want, and I don't see anything stopping me from using it all at once if I eventually ever did want to. Exchange rate with Cole's cash. Now, see, if I started buying all of my clothing at Mark's Work Warehouse, I could get more Triangle Rewards points, but they're going to have to sponsor me if they want me to do that. So we need 5 bears. 3, 4, how many? It's not 4 digits. It's in triple digits. Which is honestly, like, not that much money. Like, you could spend that very easily. In one trip without trying too hard, but do they follow inflation? True. Good point. Imagine having $100,000. You just can't add up the math and figure out how much money you spent buying the dog, like bully sticks or whatever. Beef liver treats, cat food. Kitty's gotta eat. Buy your house with Canadian Tire cash. I just buy a nice shed and I put it up in the woods somewhere until they find me and then demand that I move. Moose will eat it eventually. So Rising Sun Kick, like, one-shots things at this level. As does Blackout Kick, apparently. Was that a crit? Holy moly. No, I can just one-shot stuff with Blackout Kick. That's incredible. Imagine that. Sounds like a theme home that looks like a literal tire. Funnily enough, some Canadian tire stores will actually have an auto center where they can actually sell you tires. Like, the store does still sell tires, but a lot of the locations are just general stores now. Like, they don't have tires at My Canadian Tire. They have everything else. We're a Superstore family, endless PC points. Prices went up about 10% the same day the points were introduced, so you're saving $0. Mm-hmm. Ooh. We actually got some points for gathering oh, you don't need to do 50 nodes, you just need 50 total ore. I see. I guess I got some points for completing some storyline in the past, retroactively. That's where I got that from. And then I got some retroactively for completing the Bronze Hatchling quest. I was wondering why I had like a couple hundred points when I first logged in. Alright, this way. But our Switch was free. Hey, that's some value. That'll keep you busy. I'm not even looting that. Listen, that's behind. No backwards, only forwards. No backwards, only forwards is the catchphrase that I tell my dog when we're walking, is that he can sniff and he can poke around, but he may not backtrack, otherwise we would never get anywhere. So if he's like, wait, no, let me go back. It's like, nope, sorry. You can sniff things forwards. No backwards, only forwards. We must carry on. Has the Switch gotten much use lately? No, not recently. Not recently because I set up my PC in the front room, so I've been playing PC games instead. It's been cozy. Also, Battlegrounds. I picked up Battlegrounds again so I could become familiar with the card set before Duos comes out. I don't know when Duos comes out, but I'm just trying to get caught up. And holy moly, I love that game. It's so fun. I would play it like endlessly. It's just so fun. I played like 4 Shutterwalk games in a row, and each one was ridiculous in its own magical way. Oh, like what? I bought Elden Ring for that computer. I haven't actually started it yet. We got a Steam game called Dave the Diver randomly that's kind of amazing. You go around diving underwater, like spearing fish, and then eventually getting weapons and stuff to collect fish. And then in the nighttime phase of the game, you serve them as sushi in your sushi restaurant. And then it's got like a cute little, it's got like these cute characters, and it's fun. I've been enjoying it thoroughly. Good thing you don't allow yourself to get into actual gambling. Yeah. Dog is all about sudden backtracking, usually for some wild animals get. Welcome back to Battlegrounds. Yeah, it's been really fun. The tavern spells are really good. I agree. It's like a great version of the game right now. One of the top 2023 games. Well, I like it. It's fun. It reminds me of, I don't know, when games were more straightforward. Want some awards. As it should. Alright, we have like 4 quests to turn in. 5, 6 quests to turn in? Yeah, we're in good shape. Plus, I only need to kill... We find... The bears are usually down like there. We're not really in range of getting 10 levels. But I don't think we're going to need to. I don't think we're going to need to at all. The gathering was actually really easy. I'm surprised that it... I mean, not that it would have been terribly difficult to gather in the Dragon Isles, but I'm surprised that it didn't really require that. Man, getting all this done in one day is really not any trouble anymore. Spells were such a refreshing feature, getting a bit bored before they were introduced. There are still a lot of straightforward games. I'm sure there's plenty that I'm missing. It's just a matter of what I have the energy to actually pick up and play. I'm excited to play more of the Bread Machine game. I bought all of the stuff that I need to try out lots and lots of different loads. 114, 127, sure. There we go. So that was the 25 quests. I'm only 50 tender off or 50 points off from having a full bar. I know precisely what I want to do. Where does my Hearthstone take me, actually? Hearthstone takes me to Mechagon City, which is basically just a shortcut back to Stormwind. I suppose I don't need to be turning all this in, but maybe I want to. Bronze Banner time. Yeah, that would work. That'll be nice and easy. Alright, yeah, she can Hearth. What is my... I still want to transmog her. I can't leave her on the loading screen like this. There's just... She's too good for that. Oh, I'm actually going to equip that shirt. And then that way I have a shirt of it equipped that I can transmog. I often find myself wanting for that. And then I'll post up a couple of these things for sale. Cloth Tiger, thank you very much for the bits. A little something for all the amazing raid guides. Helped a lot halfway through Heroic. Very, very nice. Thank you very much. Now I can take more professional knowledge point farming. Oh, yeah, it's a lot. It's so gratifying when it pays off, though. Especially when you get them early. Okay. Yeah, that's all fine. Alrighty. Now, what Hearthstone does Molly Wobble Mawwalker use? Does she use the Scroll of Town Portal? Tome of Town Portal, pardon me. I mean, it's cool. I don't know if it's particularly Mistweaver holographic. Year the Wigs has started. Looks great. Why, thank you. Is there one with lots of M's and W's? And then it just pops me back into Stormwind. Finish doing what I normally do through the month. I was telling myself that eventually when the initial trading post hype wore off, that's what I was going to do. I was going to, you know, like settle down and just kind of let myself do the trading post naturally because I play enough that I would get it done in a month without having to do anything extra. So that seems like the more efficient thing to do. And yet, every month, and it's been a whole year, the first or the third or whatever my first stream day is comes around, and I just can't help myself. So those are cloth. And then we'll send Valeria the gun just to learn for the item ID, because why not? And then I need to fix my transmog. I don't know what she's gonna wear. Usually when I'm in doubt about what to wear, I start by hiding things. And then I go back and I see what I can find. So we'll hide like the cloaks and stuff. Does she look like, is she fun with any of the fun cloaks? She could have like treasure. She could have a murloc. I don't really want it to clip her hair too much. I also haven't really decided on the vibe. She's a Mechagnome Mistweaver monk. Does she need robes? Does she need like a fun outfit? Do any of these things speak to me? I mean, she could be the Mawwalker Mistweaver. What if we did that, but without the helmet? No. She could have an eye patch. We could put glasses over top of her her eye modification. That's funny. Oh man, for some reason the hat really makes the eyes. Oh, it's because it oh, weird. Okay, so like her normal eyes look like that, right? Like they do the little pupil dilate contract thing. She's got like this eye mod. But when you wear, for whatever reason, when you put on some of the hats, not all of them, some of them modify it and basically turn them into big spooky spy glasses. That's weird. It's pants. Bad news. Bad news about Mechagnomes. You can wear a skirt. I can put her in a skirt. And I may do such a thing. Also, that's also weird. Look at that. So her legs, right? Gears spinning in the hips, you know. And then I put on the Jinx Toto kilt, which has cutouts on the thigh, and it gives her flesh thighs. Are Mechanome monks the only race that can actually properly, fully show off a fleshy thigh cutout? Because with other races, you actually have pants models underneath that show. So even if you put yourself into like some Wendigo woolly undies or whatever, you're going to have like some fur around your hips. That's weird. That is so strange. Okay, so forget that. Now what I want to know, speaking of dresses with cutouts, where are the Encourage dresses? Where are the Karashi dresses? I guess they're cloth, aren't they? That's so weird. And the same thing for this. Yeah, so if I put her into a harness, like if I take the harness and I unmog it so that it's hidden. Wait a second, what happened to, oh no, I guess she has a fleshy torso. I was thinking, what happened to her gears? But she has a torso. This is so strange. Blizzstep's starting to sweat. Mechanism superiority discovered. But I kind of like her geary legs. You know, like I kind of wanted hip gears to be showing through that. But if I want to actually show her hip gears, she's gonna have to be in the swim bottoms. There isn't really another way for it. Ooh, butterflies. I am getting nowhere with this transmog. Yeah, maybe something new. Imagine if there was a randomize button. How amazing would that be? Because none of this is really speaking to me. Okay, this is speaking to me a little bit. And then give me some kind of like a Nathria staff. I must have something. Or like a nice big scythe. Yeah! Bloodborne! Nathria staff for the clown suit. Okay. It's just the eyes are too funny. It would cost all 7 of my gold to put this on. So I kind of want to be sure. You know what you do is you add... You don't do the cloak. The cloak was too much. You could give her like something, like a different one. But you don't want to overwhelm the thing. They're very small. So it's very easy for them to get overwhelmed. Those tombstones are cool, but like I've never actually put one on because they're just so clunky. Look like an advanced Harvest Reaper. Oh, oops. I was gonna name it, but that's stupid. Oh my word. For what? Who's to say? Okay, we're long enough. We need to take Inksy. Actually, I don't even know if I need to take her anywhere. I don't think I do. The new back for the trading post set's mechanical. Riding this 1.2 mil gold beetle around, but the Mog is 7 gold, want to be sure. True. She has become Van Helsing. Hate how the back pieces hide weapons. Yeah, you'll still see them if you unsheath them. Well, I guess two-handers. But yeah, you'll still see them if you unsheath them. But you have to have like a keybind for it if you want to look at it all. I love this set. Isn't she adorable? She's precious. Okay. Is it like Bronze Dragon Month or something? Is that why there's all these Bronze Dragon banner? Ta-da! Trading Post Enthusiast. Woohoo! Yeah, so the banner you can just slap down in Veldraken if you want. I've completed the set. Burden of Unrelenting Justice. I mean, it's fine. I'm not against it. I just, I don't know if that's like... I don't know if I'm gonna put it on. Can't find pants that work with the new Trading Post dress. It's like a chibi elf. Put it on Mollywobble? Yeah. Let's go shopping. I don't know what I'm gonna get, actually. I don't know. We'll have to see. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up with the pet because I'm never gonna have all mounts. And I'm never gonna have all the pets, but I'm gonna get a sight closer to having all the pets. I feel like my pet collection is the most impressive thing about my WoW account. So missing Trading Post pets feels really bad. But missing mounts feels bad too. I don't know. we'll take a look at it. Really nice Power Rangers costume for the kids. They love Power Rangers. Well, I'm cold. Okay, we're gonna... Oh yeah, I sent myself a bunch of Omni and Dracon, it sounds right. How do the new open world skirt models look? That's a good question. Yeah, let's sell those just to make them go away. Ooh, also, we have a docile fiery soul and a docile frosty soul that we can open. We can... What if... What if we got a pet? Could have done. Could be true. Yes! Alright, 1 pet down. Mind you, the easiest one. But 1 pet down, 3 to go. We have our Tide Spirit. Alright. Now, next time we go Zap Throttle Soul Inhaling, we no longer need to go to the beach to do the water spirits. Let's go. I'm so getting all of those. I don't care how awful it is. Oh, I'm doing it. Tide Spirit. Alright, you are now... I dub thee Drippy. I didn't grind for you to not give you a name. How is your nephew's stance to them? I know he's too young. 287k in my realm. It was like 100k or something on Lightbringer, which was like dramatically cheaper than the rest of the stuff. All right, my golden mobile timepiece. I suppose I should log it. Sure. Well, it's I guess it's kind of cool. Smartwatch is coming to WoW this January. Yeah, I almost wanted to do something else. I don't know what else I would possibly want it to do, but something. So I have 2,300 Trader's Tender at present. I saved some from before, and I would like to continue to save some, but let's take a look. They have yet to allow me to purchase this thing, this little fish in a bowl. I'm waiting. Do it, Blizzard, you won't. So there's whole transmog sets that are very expensive. They're cool, but they're too expensive. I can't justify it. This thing is interesting. It's a maybe for me. It's cool, but it's, you know, we have versions of those. This thing is gorgeous. And I know I just bought like a gold one, but I kind of like it better than the Pterodax. That's actually kind of cool. The Watchman's Garb. I like the coat a lot. What is the ring? Eternal Black Diamond. It's a toy. Cloth Tiger. Thank you for the bits. Oh yeah, we read that already. That's right. So the Salamander, it's like 600 tender for a little lizard, but I kind of need it. It's a pet. Look at him, he's angry. I think I need that. Gun's fine. There are recolors of these guys on that gold vendor. The fetish frame. Save him for February. Yeah. I bought him 2 called Froggy. That's fine. That's cool. That's like a cool shield, but I'm not focusing on shields. Now that is sick. I love offhands. Are the stitches the mark of an easy mark? I haven't done any of the Blade Watcher stones. I like the gold ones better, but I still think they're too chunky around the neck for me to wear them on anything. And then the updated... Oh, at least that's only... It's only 100. Oh, and then you could do the gloves too. Oh, it would look nice with the gloves. Oh, that's tempting. And then I gotta stop buying throngs at some point. Oh yeah, I wanted the shirt. I wanted the shirt because it just looks nice. It's just like a nice casual shirt. I would prefer it to not be orange. And I betcha anything that they're going to come out with like blue or green or something like that in future months. But what if they don't? What if this is my only chance to have like a super cool casual sweatshirt? Gloves match your new mount. Yeah, there's a green version of it, but the green one is older. Like, I think they've updated this model. It looks nicer to me. And then they have returned with a few things. The totems are back, the tweed cap, and then that stuff. Yeah, they definitely have some kind of a bronze theme. So, I'm definitely getting the pet. Give me the lizard. This Salamanther met itself while lost in time. The two hung out in a rock together for a few hours. It was nice. Sure, yeah. Alright, bud. One pet for me. The beetle's too cool and unique. Copper crystal. We forget the Pterodax. Maybe I freeze it, because I'm not buying that stuff. I'll freeze the Pterodax, but I don't think I'm going to get it. If anything, I'm more tempted by the Solemn Watchman's garb. It's kind of sick. I kind of want the wallet. We're spending a lot of tender. I kind of want the wallet. Am I ever going to notice it? Yes, yes I am. Think of the Bankal transmogs. Think of pairing it with the back piece, the treasure chest. And then, don't mind me, Gossamer gown and the gloves. And then we're going to stop because we're broke. Listen, today is for shopping. Alright. How does the wallet sheath? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's make a set. We're going to call it Eleganza. It's just going to be a lot of gold stuff. So we're going to wear that new robe. And we're going to put the new gloves on. Soiree gloves. And then we're going to put the wallet. And then we'll come back to the makes maybe a goblet. That's nice. And her watch, of course. Have to have the Rolex. And then we get the treasure chest. I mean, I feel like it really ruins the backlessness of the dress. But, you know, it's a theme. No, we're not doing the treasure chest. And now we need to find... See, this is when you need the Mechanome legs. What if this is what Molly Wobble wears around? Because you can put, like, the Mage Weave leggings. It's just that they show a little bit. I'm surprised they haven't found some kind of a thing to pair under these things that, like, actually properly hides itself. Because you've still got it. It's not bad. Especially with that color. Like, it kind of blends, but they do show underneath a little bit. Oh, you're right. She needs a crown. And you know what? She is just the thing. Not that. There you go. I would prefer more of a tiara, but... alas. Does she need any shoulders, or is it going to be too much? Do I have anything that's delicate? Because gnomes are very easily overwhelmed by shoulders. I might leave her shoulderless. That's kind of nice. Lots of priest shoulders that go with it. I think I might leave them blank. Although the feathers were nice, but they introduced red into it. The only color I would really want to mess with is the blue that's in the crown. That's kind of subtle. You get a little bit of red underneath that I'm not crazy about, but like the little blue glow of the wings is actually kind of nice. You think the Aboriginal loincloth hides better? I don't like that it... I mean, the offense going to kind of obscure it, but I think with the loincloth, you get like this big fuzzy... Yeah, no, you get a big fuzzy thing at the top of the hip. You get better you get better clearance at the bottom of the leg, but the top of the hip, you get these big fuzzy underwear. And then these, yeah, you get like black stockings. Same with the Mage Wave leggings. Absolutely love your totally real hair, Scarlet White. Thank you. Make it blue. I mean, I'm not saying fuzzy underwear aren't the premier kind of underwear. I don't know about those shoulders. I like the little blue wings, but I don't know if it's worth having that big dark clunkiness around her shoulders. I feel like she needs to be delicate. Elegant. You know? Nothing too much. Ragnaros. Furnace Seraph is enormous and has a lot of big red drapey pieces on it. I think that was the nicest one, but it doesn't really go with the crown. Do I have anything else that I would use instead of the crown that would be equally as regal for Queen Ixie? Also, I might need to change her title so she can be Queen Ixie. She could be Talon Queen Ixie. We do have Cloth Mog. We got options. You kind of have to. I mean, you've got like stuff like that. But it really looks more just like she's put... I don't know. It doesn't look as crownly. Although it does match the red shoulders. It's kind of nice. I don't even know if she needs those gloves that we bought for it. Well... yeah, she does. Let's see. Might be too much. So, the answer to how does the wallet sheath is poorly. What is this? What? She's dumping all of her money out. It should be trailing behind her. I don't mean to complain, but we just spent 400 tender. And it sheathes. I mean, don't get me wrong, when you're holding it, it's amazing. And it sheathes like that. Oh, dear. I also love her stashing her goblet like, nope, don't need that. Having her Hansel and Gretel moment. Yeah, I could refund it. I might. Actually, I might refund it. I don't know, hang on. Put me on my Scarab again. Not this one, although maybe that one. Put me on my Queen Scarab. We're not Blossombringer Inksy. I am Queen. I suppose I could be Talon Queen. Is there anything else that's like really, really would go with it? Something regal? You know what? I don't like the red shoulders on it anymore. The big ring is a toy. Kind of feared this. You could return it. Yeah. Do you think I should? I mean, it's funny. They might fix it. It looks great when you're holding it. It looks awful when it's sheathed. They might fix it, but for if it was like 100, I would keep it. For 400, I'm taking that off. Excuse me. Refund. I'm saving that 400 for next month. It's just too much. Don't think they fixed any of the other offhands that do that. It's like saying I'll lose weight to fit in these pants. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Well, have I broken the game? I still have the appearance for now. Maybe when I relog. QP Ranger, thank you very much for the 19-month resub. Thank you. Also, Don't Res 69 had a 5-month resub. Trading Post comes with sub. Get it back during January. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'm too fussed about it. I was excited about it, but it looks nice when she's holding it. That might even go for blue shoulders. Indeed, indeed. Well, we have successfully trading posted. I'm going to take a very short break, and when I come back, we shall find out what we're doing next. But I have some ideas. BRB. All right, welcome back, everybody. I am so excited by... Not really by this transmog. I gotta kill the shoulders and put the gold crown back. I am so excited that we got one of the Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler spirits to drop that I want to go try for more of them. This is going to be a less tight loop than it was before, because before, with the cooldowns and the 3 pets that we could farm in that same area, it was pretty evenly distributed. This is going to have a little more downtime. But, alas, as far as I know, there's no other way to really do it. Oh, she could also wear glasses. Or like some sweet shades. No, we'll put her crown back on, and then we're going to kill the shoulders. And then also fix the offhand, because now that we no longer have the wallet, now she... I feel like she would be more of like a fan. Do we have a golden fan or something? We have an aspirant's orb. I don't know if she would bring that to a party. She could bring another goblet. She could be dual-wielding drinks. What do we know about Inksy? That's a lovely fan. It doesn't match, but like, how matching do we need everything to be? Oh, that kind of matches. I mean, we have a couple of extra colors around, but oh, those are pretty though. I like those ones. I don't have them in the right color. Or a nice lamp. I love offhands. I love offhands. There's so many cool ones. Frying pan, you know? Like, there's just so many opportunities. Ooh, wine glass. There's so many opportunities for lovely... She could have some flowers. She could have, like, a scepter. You know, like a royal scepter. I think she's the queen of the party, though, you know? The fan doesn't really go, does it? Oh, the crane scepter's pretty. I don't use an Orb Weaver anymore. I use a regular keyboard now. Those shoulders were from a shop set. The bull pet does not have lust, no. It's a tenacity pet, so it gives you some extra health in case somebody else has lust covered and you want to have a nice little rallying cry just for yourself. Is this a new year, new you thing? It might be. I feel like 2024 could be the year of wigs. Year of fun wigs. It's going well so far. I am initially quite pleased. Well, the watering can's not very regal. Nor is the gold pine cone. The potion cylinder's kind of neat. I have lots of offhands. I like collecting them. I don't have all of them, but we've got a good amount. Of those ones, what did I like most? I put the crane scepter on. It's just a really pretty gold. Besides, you're only going to see that. I don't know why the chef outfit keeps... I thought before that the chef outfit kept auto-applying to me. And by chef outfit, I just mean the chef buff that was precluding me from displaying my weapons. I thought that was auto-applying to me because I had, like, eaten a food buff. But I don't even have a food buff, and I haven't eaten any food in ages. Yeah, anyways, I need to stop worrying about this. I need to stop worrying about this and head back out to Veldraken where I can farm things properly. So... with Drippy at our side, because we need one Tide Spirit to help lure the rest of the Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler spirits to drop. To Veldraken. Oh, I definitely need to ride either... Here, we need to replace that with a Scarab. Should I try out the Copper Scarab? I bought it. I may as well ride it at least once, right? I know I want to show off the... I know I want to show off the gold one, but... that is pretty. I love the blue, like the pink purple to like blue purple gradient in the wings. I think that's lovely. Misuse and 2 mug a hurt. I like how Drippy looks like he's running me down to come slay me. Like he's big enough and floated up high enough that he kind of looks like he's after me. Alright. Do I need to restock my soul cages? I have only 15 soul cages left. Let's buy another, like, stack. Actually, I think they stack up to 200. I can always, like, just buy a ton of them and then sell off whatever I don't use when I finally get all the pets. I've gone to Borealis. That's the wrong thing to do. Take me back to Stormwind. I kind of want to redecorate my office, but I need to calm that energy down and finish the Farak guide before I move on with my life. I know it's incredibly late, but if a season 4 has us revisiting it, then somebody will still need it then. I'm looking for Valdrakken. Must be a unit of measuring beer consumed per second. Like hurts. So, we are 3 days in. How are the resolutions coming along? Put up a huge American flag. Could do. Regal. Regal Scarab. Ah, yeah. That's the stuff. Alright, so we are heading back to the Azurspan. Oh yeah, I was going to buy some more of this stuff. That's right. Should I use the actual auction house? It's over here, right? I'm a bit spoiled. 100 gold? I feel like I bought them for less than that. Oh well. Give me another, like, 25 of them. Maybe 45. What if somebody noticed that I was doing this and they're price gouging specifically me? You know what? That Hazel, she's got gold. She can afford it. We can get there faster with the dragon riding mount. I feel better about the soul inhaler grind now that we've kind of gotten started on it. I know where I am and what I'm going to be farming. Ooh, you know what I could maybe do? Ooh, I was going to say, I could maybe do some fishing in the meantime, like in between. I could find, while waiting for cooldowns. Because this character doesn't really have gathering. I could do this grind in any character. It doesn't have to be Inksy. Like, anybody can have a soul inhaler. I have one already on Zelixia. And I could, you know, like, buy more. They're pretty cheap. So it's going to come down to what am I doing in the downtime. And I kind of wanted to fish. She has fishing, certainly, but, like, she doesn't... I haven't been playing her from the very beginning, so she's not going to have all of, like, the fishing upgrades, like the dragonflight fishing upgrades. She also... I don't think she even has, like, a dragonflight fishing pole. Made a resolution to not make any resolutions this year, so am I succeeding or failing? I think you're on top of it. Well, there's a world quest that I can do in the meantime, just to... I think I got stuck in the tree. Dragon's tired. Beetle's turn. Technically failing. Glass half full, glass half empty. So we're looking for earth and fire spirits around here. And then we're going to have to poke around and see what's in the area. Because we could, I suppose, make the journey back and forth. We can, like, learn our favorite flight paths. And or fly manually, but I think that would drive me nuts in a short order. To go all the way out to the very western part of Onarn Plains, because that's where you are going to soul cage the air elementals. I feel like I should have a gathering profession. At least Elixia has... I could do this in more than one character and make use of multiple cooldowns. I could log back and forth. I can park Zelixia out in the Onarn Plains. I mean, honestly, I should probably do the reverse. I should park in Zelixia here. It's not as much fun to DPS on her because she doesn't have any gear and I don't know what I'm doing on it. But, like, I could park her here and I could... Hang on a second. Let's just do this. Let's just get this cooldown. I could soul inhaler these two on that character and then, like, gather in between, but I could also, like, log over and have the other character camped out so that because traveling back and forth sounds awful. Also, you would be dealing with the same cooldown. Matt Fed Up, thank you for the 4-month reset. Alright, so we should have, yeah, one encaged and enraged fiery soul. In 15 minutes, that one will be docile. Elementius Splinter. So what I want to do, I guess, is check on my Evoker and see if she has the soul cages. If not, she can probably buy some. And then stick her out by the air ones. Parker like Spider-Man. Yeah. Okay, maybe the 1.2 mil gold is worth it. Matt Fed Up, thank you very much for the 4-month resub. Woo! Welcome back. Alright. I mean, I could even use 3 characters, and they would have... Well, no, I think 3 is too many. I don't think 3 is necessary. It's not. But 2. 2 has promise. I'm going to do Freehold first, actually. This is going to sound kind of weird, but she's already at Freehold. I'm just going to run it for a mount chance real quick, and then I'm going to move her to the Yunnaran Plains where we're going to do that Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler farm. It doesn't sound that weird. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Yeah, she's item level 444. I haven't played her at all this season. I'm sure she has enough item level to still, like, blast through, you know, like an elite within 30 seconds. That's the benchmark that she needs. Need any Mog? Nope, sure doesn't. I just got that Spider-Man joke out of chat. Using my mage for them? She's like 444. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Especially, oh, you know what? I've got a beacon. I've got a beacon. I'm easy. I'm easy good because that's a 2.5 minute cooldown, and you can only soul inhale every 5 minutes anyways. So she's all set. She can definitely do it. Why are we not doing soul cage farms anymore? My plan is to move my Evoker out to the air elementals in Yunnaran Plains so I can log back and forth between them because she has the soul inhaler in her bank. She can do it too, and that way I don't have to move. I'm still gonna have downtime, and I might maybe do some like herbing on my Evoker in the Yunnaran Plains like during the downtime to kind of pass. It's gonna be a little awkward, but there'll still be some downtime. But at least I won't need to travel back and forth incessantly to try to get it done. Speaking of beacon. Any luck? No. No luck. Okay. So, first up, Veldraken. Big Slick, forgot I had to finish that. It's such a good mount. It's so cute. Shop Guy, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year. Alright, we have... Oh yeah, I sold a couple files. That's nice. Oh, my bags are a hideous mess. I can't walk around like this. What do people see? I'm gonna get rid of this and this and this. This. I remember that trinket, the Terror from Below. I suppose she can hang on to her old trinkets, but like I don't feel like she needs to. I don't know, we're just gonna get rid of all this. I never did my weeklies this week. Could do. Maybe a nice organized that'll make me feel better. Yeah. Barter boulders. How many? I need like 200 barter boulders for the hat. I never did. I kind of stopped grinding them. I like lost steam. I don't think I wanted the hat that badly, if we're being honest. What are you most excited about with Seeds of Renewal in 2 weeks? I want a dragon ride and more mounts. I want to... I wouldn't say go through my flying mount collection one by one, but I want to go through and, you know, pick out a couple of new favorites that just got the privilege of dragon riding and use those. Boulder's so hard to farm. I feel like if I just did the weeklies, or you can get, you know, if you can grind Dragonelle supplies, that works too. You could certainly just buy them. But it's like a lot of supplies. It's not like grinding supplies is a freebie either. It might even be faster to get out there by taking the port to the Emerald Dream and then taking the port back to the other portal, but I'm just gonna take a fast travel point here. I want to dragon ride on Big Slick. Oh, is it we're within pre-patch? Oh, my bad. I'm sad now. Is this a rostrum? It is a rostrum. I always forget there's rostrums in other zones. All right, never mind. I'm excited for nothing then. That was it. That was all I had. Do I want to do this world quest? It's 650 gold. Hang on a second. I'm freshly broke. We need this. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about dragon riding outside the Isles. I don't go there all that often. It'll be nice eventually, but like right off the bat, it's not going to change my life in the short term. It's one of those upgrades that I'll be glad to have later. Okay. Forgot to tell you, got the Seething Slug from Zerlek after seeing you do it. It's probably my favorite ground mount now. Nice. Should we look at, I mean, I guess, you know what, next time that we have a little downtime, I will pull up a list of 10.25 patch notes and see if I can't find something else to be excited about. Because I've forgotten what else. Apparently, I'm all out of the loop. Need to review, refresh my memory. Okay, she's got 262k. We are specifically after the big elites. The ones that, not this. The exciting thing about 2.5 is that 2.6 is closer. Yeah, the Gilneas storyline isn't particularly valuable to me. I'm sure it's going to be really cool. It's just not up my alley. Yeah, I need that one. I need the Stormbound Colossus. I did buy the Gold Sync mount. I did. No regrets. New mounts from Azerothian Archive? Okay, so I want to CC it somehow. Or just kick it. No peeking yet. Zap Proto Soul and Healer first. Because before I was fearing it. I could sleepwalk it. I didn't kill it. Huh. Well, that'll work. Alright, so there's our Ares Soul. So 15 minutes before we can open that. And that means 15 minutes to kill. But we can probably log back over to, I'm gonna stock up on Smell. How long? She's gonna get through 6 of them. I'll stock up on Soul Cages again. Give me another like 20. Because we can always sell off extras if we finish this. Quite. Okay. So now I need to check back on Inksy. Maybe I need to log off in a safer spot. Check back on Inksy and see what her cooldown is looking like. Because she might be able to do an Earth one now. Should be. What are we doing? Haven't played WoW in 2 years. I am doing a pet farm. I am doing a funky Dragonflight engineering item, but does not require engineering thing with cooldowns and supplies and whatnot for chances at battle pets. There are 3 I need. The Blaze Spirit, the Dust Spirit, and the... What is the Wind one? The Gust Spirit? Surely they wouldn't have done Dust and Gust, right? I'm pulling this up. WoW 10.25. Seeds of Renewal. Notes. News and guides. Alright, so I am 6 minutes away from being able to open the Fiery Soul, but I can go find an Earth Punisher. Let's do that just to get that cooldown running. There should be... Yeah, you. Okay. So, step 1, Fear. Step 2, full channel the Soul Inhaler. And then step 3 is kill it within 30 seconds. And we have our Earth Insult. Follower dungeons are in 10.2.5. And we're gonna go up here. Ish. Get vaguely lost. Do I log back or do I wait? I think we wait on this character for just for now. And I try to find a big list. I think these are the latest updated notes. No, this is like all the notes. Anyway, this is one way to look through it. So, follower dungeons, kind of cool. Available just for Dragonflight dungeons on normal difficulty only. So, I don't see myself using these, but it's a cool thing that I'm glad is going to be in the game. Azerothian Archives is another public event. It's going to have some collectibles, and I'm going to want to get those. Battle Pets Mounts Transmog set, but I can't, and then there's going to be like, yeah, weekly public events. So there's stuff to do. I don't know if I would say I'm excited. I'll do it. Retaking Gilneas. Fine, fine. Belemeth is going to have some more stuff, so there's new Night Elf cosmetics. That's going to be fine. Dragon Riding expanded worldwide. Capped at 80% movements, or 85% movement speed. Outland Cup. New appearance achievements been added. 5 new hair colors for trolls. Now we're talking. Customizations for some warlock things. Drakthir Soar is now equivalent to dragon riding, with a cooldown reduced to 10 seconds. Very nice. And then you've got class changes. Multiple class talents that were previously Shadowlands Covenant abilities, such as Convoke, Divine Toll, and Sepsis, have their visuals updated to match the class visual kit. Ongoing effort, more will be added over the course of Seeds of Renewal. So I wonder if something like Adaptive Swarm that's like very Necrolordy looking is going to get like a different visual. That's kind of cool. And then just a bunch of class changes. This is kind of cool, actually. Catalyst charges are going to be granted weekly instead of every other week. So if you've been like holding on to... I know I'm not the only one that's holding on to like higher... upgrade track versions of tier slot items, but like I just haven't had the charges to kind of do all of it. That'll be easier. Yeah. Yeah. Swarm, one of the changes, I think. Yeah, so I don't think this is going to be, like, life-changing for me, but there will be some new stuff to collect. We need another minute and a half, and then we can get... actually, in 80 seconds. Yeah, minute and a half, we can open our Fiery Soul and then replace it with another one. Great for speed leveling. Yeah, I guess 60 to 70 leveling with those normal dungeons will be nice. Especially if you're like a DPS and you wanted to level with dungeons. Because my experience was that dungeons are much faster leveling in Dragonflight than questing. Even if you're like really questing efficiently, it still seemed like it was much faster to do dungeons. Alright. We're hoping for the Blaze Spirit. What's the other one? Blaze Dust and Gale Spirit. Those are the 3 that we need. And then we can have our friend Drippy here to supervise the looting. Although we don't loot it early. At some point in this grind, I'm going to do that by accident. You can open them before the 15 minutes is up. It just doesn't have a chance to give you a pet. Follower dungeons are for the 8 Dragonflight dungeons on normal difficulty only at first. Just the 8 Dragonflight dungeons, only normal. It took 153 attempts to get the wind pet. What link? Patch notes? I just googled 10.25 patch notes. They're on the Blizzard forums. All right, Fiery Soul. Da-da-da. Nope, 10 attempts at the Blaze Spirit. Here, actually, I think I still have it pulled up. Seeds of Renewal. Yeah, they're there. There we go. Okay, and we have our Soul Inhaler off cooldown, so time to get another Fire Spirit. And then it's time to log back onto my Evoker. Uh-oh. I need to kill that one before it loses its buff. We've got 17 seconds. It'll be fine. I just have mouse overcasting on, so I accidentally moused over the other elemental, and I put my big blast into that. Alright, I don't like the spot that I've chosen to do this on. But we have another Enraged Fiery Soul. We've got 10 minutes until the Earthen Soul's ready, so it's time to log back over to wait on the Wind one next. So we can put that in the spot. Pop myself up onto a nice glacier. Back to the Ellie Pet grind. Yeah. I can't believe I didn't think of parking a character over there. I already had the extra Soul Inhaler too, because I started Soul Inhaling at the beginning of the expansion on my old main. I need to make sure that Zelixia has rarity on, because I definitely want to have an accurate elemental count. Very important. Minus like a couple here and there that I missed when from the start of the expansion, but it didn't drop, so it doesn't matter. Off to bed. Good luck with the pets. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Yeah, my old new main. I got 2 patches out of her. I'm satisfied with it. I feel like I pre-vokered. I wanted a pre-voker, and pre-voker I did. So, that is 6 minutes away from being ready to open. And even though my Soul Inhaler's off cooldown, it's not going to do me any good for another 6 minutes. So we can herb for about 6. And I can double check to make sure I'm running rarity. I am. Good. Okay. Alright, so what kind of herbs do they got around here? How many 70s do I have? Somewhere in the 15 to 20 range? I kind of forget. We got another 1 or 2 leveled up somewhat recently. I should make sure I've spent all my herbalism skill points. I actually haven't herbed on this character in ages. Oh, they have windswept stuff out here. Oh no, windswept stuff is the windy stuff. For a moment I was confusing it with the overgrown. So I want to go and make sure I've spent all my knowledge, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've capped out Botany, we've capped out Bountiful Harvest, because this is the character. This was my main, so I. Oh yeah, it's just Frigid. We're just putting points into Frigid last, and then we really are going to be finished with herb knowledge. Look forward to playing my Evoker again, just soaring everywhere. I feel not bad, but a little bit, I don't know, wistful that that change came after I was already done with my Evoker, because it's not enough to make me go back and play it again as a main. I guess, you know, there's always a chance I'll do things like this on it sometimes. It's not like I'm deleting the character. I still have her available for farming and stuff, but I would have really liked being able to soar everywhere, instead of getting on a dragon as a dragon and being a double dragon. Kanar, thank you very much for the 17-month resub. Do you think Gilneas becomes a new major city? I hadn't thought of that. I don't know. Somebody would know, right? Like from PTR? One might think. Even if it did, though, I don't know if it would become like a central hub, because we have lots of major cities that are basically ghost towns anyways, because there's only so many we can realistically use at once. Yeah, it would be really cool, though. It would be neat. Yes, we got 5 minutes to kill here. I don't really need the treasures. I need Dream Surge Coalescence, but on my Hunter. My Hunter's like 50 Coalescence away from being able to buy the last toy that I need from that vendor. So whenever I'm on her, I always want to be doing this. You know what's going to happen is, because the Dream Surge is in the Onarran Plains, I'm going to be in here doing this, and then I'm going to see the magpies up, and I'm going to have to stop everything and do like, figure out what the Gold World Quest plan is. I already did one Gold World Quest on this character already that I probably should have waited for Magpies for, but, like, yeah. It was such a fast one, though. You could do that on all your characters if Magpies came up. That would be not bad gold. In Evoker, do you play as Visage? I switched to Visage outside of combat as much as I can, but in combat, there's very few things you can do as your Visage form, so you're going to end up in your Dragon form sooner or later. Magpies is a Dream Surge buff that occasionally comes up and gets voted for, that triples the amount of gold that you get in the zone, including gold from Gold World quests. So if you take a bunch of alts and you do Gold World quests on, like, all the available Gold World quests in the zone on as many characters as you can, because it only lasts for a half an hour. A quest that gave you like 600 gold is all of a sudden going to give you 1800 gold, and you can do that as many times as you can fit. It's kind of like a mad dash raw gold making opportunity. And sometimes there's multiple gold making world quests, or gold offering world quests. Did I really herb all the stuff from around here? I got 2 minutes to kill. I'm bored. Like it when Field of Ferocity is gold in Dream Surge. Holy. I guess just for future me, let's turn on World Quest List so I can see which and what. I know that ring one I did is one of them. The Dream Surge Magpies buff triples gold given from World Quests. So, the Pressure Valve is offering gold. And the Cataloging quest, and oh, it's a really good one too. So the Magpies buff is not up, and it's not coming up in the next rotation, but it rolls around eventually. Like, people basically always vote for it. I'm hoping, whenever it's one of the two offered options. And sometimes the thing that gets voted for is a thing that like gives you all the buffs, and that includes Magpies as well. The icon for it kind of looks like the Frenzied Fell Talon icon. It's like a green fell bird looking buff. 47 seconds, and then we can find out if we're lucky with our very first Aerisal. I guess in the meantime I can loot treasures. They'll have supplies. We could trade those for barter bricks? If I can find it anyway. Must be on this side. Yeah, there it is. Waldrony, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Didn't know about the All the Buffs buff. I had no idea until it happened to me somewhat recently. I don't know what the icon for the All the Buffs buff is, but it seemed to include the Magpies buff when I did it. You cannot hold on to a completed quest, but what you could do if you were really min-maxing is you could almost complete the quest on a bunch of characters. Like you could, some of them will work better than others. So the cataloging one you would be out of luck on. But for the pressure valve one, you could get your elemental pressure up to like 90%, and you could do that on a bunch of characters. And you could get like the most of the rings flown through, but not the last one, so that you could log through each character and just like finish them. You could prepare for it. It's not a bad idea. The more I talk about it, the more I kind of want to do it. All right, one docile Aerisal. She needs Drippy to watch over her too. Any luck? Nope, not that time. It's supposedly a 2% chance, or 1 in 50 to get the pet. But let's get ourselves another one to wait, and then we'll log back onto the priest, maybe? Because she should be pretty close to being able to loot her earth and spirit. I got an achievement for doing 2 of each of the souls. Didn't realize that was a thing. Alright, we got a new Aerisal, and then that's going to cool down for 15 minutes before we can open it. I don't know if these pets are any good in battle. I didn't check either. Kind of tempted to go, if I get time, go like almost complete the pressure valve one. Is it not double gold rather than triple? So the way the tooltip reads and the way the math works is kind of wonky. In my experience, it actually gives you triple gold. It says like 100%, but it works out to, I can't explain why it works that way, but that's my understanding, is that it works that way. Hang on, let's check on this. They fixed it to double? Oh. When was the last time I did it? I did one pretty recently on stream. And I thought it gave me triple, but it was like last week. And I wouldn't swear it like on my life. So my earthen one is ready to open. Nope. That was our 8th attempt at the Dust Spirit, so let's go find another Punisher and get another soul cooling down. Hi Hazel, how you doing? Hello, Dartsour. I'm doing well, how are you? I'm looking for a big, stompy earth guy. There's not that many of them. Sometimes I find it really easy, and then sometimes I just can't. We are 5 minutes from the fiery soul being ready. So we really need to do an earth guy like now, basically. But I just can't always find them. And the name is Elemental Punisher. I think I might even have it in my... No, I think I changed the target macro to be Breeze Biter. Because they're tall enough that you can usually see them. And I feel like they're always in that upper half. I might not be the only person working on it, though. If you're fighting for spawns of them, it can get kind of dicey. The fire ones are better because there's loads of them. Yeah, the souls have a 2% pet drop. 1 pet for each of them. It would be... I'm gonna be a little upset if they fixed it to not... if they brought the gold output of those down, because I know that it was a little bit strange with the way the tooltip read, but I don't know. There's not that many, like, interesting sort of in-the-know raw gold-making strategies, and that one was kind of cool. Fun detected. Plenty of earth ones in the first zone. I just don't want to have to move. I like this area because the earth and the fire are like right next to each other. Oh, a guy. No. Fear. Soul Inhaler. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, and then 3 minutes and we can loot the fire one. But then 5 minutes and then we can... So I basically have 5 minutes to kill. There's no sense in being back on my other character just yet. So I could find something to farm around here for 5 minutes. This is the trouble, is figuring out what you want to do during downtime. Totally really hard. Listen, I just don't want to give anybody unrealistic hair goals. I'm looking for something to do. I can clean up my bags. They're getting kind of ugly. Treasures. Looting treasures will do that to you. You end up with these like copper mana potions, and you can sell them. People like me will occasionally buy like these really awful copper potions because you can crunch them into alchemical solution if you're an alchemist, and you need that to do stuff, basically. But is that worth anything? No, not really. The second it hit 2024, did it just spawn out of your head? Just burst forth like a over-fertilized chia pet. I'm still on the chia pet thing. I don't care if I want one. I don't need one. I have houseplants. I have a balcony garden. I have an aquarium. Calm down. Not you, me. Confused as to why copper level crafted things are often more expensive. It's a supply issue. I don't know that people actually buy them, when they're more expensive because they're basically almost never preferred, but there's not as many of them because after you get your skill up to a certain level, you'll never gather them anymore, like craft them anymore. So it's just supply brings it down. They make a Bob Ross Chia Pet. What shape Chia Pet do you want? I don't know. It's a good question. Could I have an enchanted castle and then the Chia Pet part just makes like a beautiful lawn and some moss? I used to like the castle-shaped aquarium ornaments, but they were always too sharp for my betta fish fins. I would like an enchanted castle. I think I'm having a revival of my Polly Pockets era from 1994. 1995. I hope there's a hedgehog Chia Pet. There's a fairy castle one. 18 seconds. Is it Blaze Spirit time? For some reason, I feel this would be appropriate. Are my plants thirsty? They're probably thirsty. This... Yeah, I need to water this again. This fern, bless its heart for not shriveling up into dust. It drinks the water so heavily. It gets dry so fast. Even in the wintertime with, like, no light. It's a little crispy. Probably because it's dry. Leave that over there. I'll bring that to get watered. All right. One Blaze Spirit, please. Holy, I'm good. Guys, we got it. We got another one. We got another 2% drop rate in one day. Hot damn is right. It's a Blaze Spirit. Auction House who? We've never heard of her. Our gold is for Regal Scarabs. Nice. We're half and half now. So we're just going back and forth between Earthen Souls and Air Souls. I'm going to find a better spot to do the Earthens then. Back when I needed to do the fire ones, I felt better about staying here. But now that I need, like, let's go find a Waking Shore spot. 2 in 1 day. I know, right? Holy moly. Okay. Zap Throttle. No, not Diablo 4. Goodness. Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler. I can't believe we got 2 in 1 day. That's nuts. Comments for the pets. Highest rated. Earth Shatter Elemental. Yeah, there's some in the Waking Shore. It's kind of on the north and medium side, so we'll head out there. Love how many different kinds of fun you can have in WoW. I feel like I get so much mileage out of being into like a decent variety of them. I would need more other hobbies if I was only into keys or if I was only into collecting. Well, actually, being only into collecting I feel like could keep you busy basically indefinitely, but mixing it up with keys and raid and leveling alts and the very occasional bout of PvP keeps it nice and fresh for me. Mighty Max over Polly Pocket. What's Mighty Max? I'm Googling this. I adored Polly Pockets as a young girl. But there's no denying that they were very sharp. I think my sister once had to go to the emergency room because she got one like embedded in her toe. I don't know if I dreamed that or not, or if I like heard it about somebody else, or if it actually happened to my sister. Mighty Max. But I feel like they stopped selling them because they were kind of dangerous. 1993 Horror 2 Seasons. Okay, I've never seen this before in my life. I had the Skull Mighty Max. I loved it. That sounds uncomfortable. They got their own Polly Pockets as Christmas gifts this year, which was some wild nostalgia for me. They're a choking hazard. Yeah, I mean, what isn't? They made them bigger and rubber. I hate them. They're probably harder to embed into a toe now, though. Polly Pockets for boys. So we have 9 minutes until we can actually do the Earthen Soul. The air one will probably come up first. I'm gonna, I think, actually stop her right here so that she can do this quest for gold in between. I'm gonna log back. Well, has it been 15 minutes? Nah. Was it Creepy Crawler's girly myself? A Polly Pocket is a children's toy that evidently has undergone some changes that was available when I was a child. The idea was there was kind of like a clamshell casing that would open up into like a very, very miniature dollhouse. And then the dolls themselves were extremely tiny and plastic and kind of sharp. And you could, you know, move them about the dollhouse and play with dolls. Garbage Pail Kids. What does that say about me? We had all kinds of fun stuff. We had like the leapfrog game where you would like press a little frog tab to try to make it leap into the bucket. We had pickup sticks. We had pogs to some extent. I didn't really understand why, like, how to play pogs. I understood you like flicked them, but I didn't know why some of them were like hollow. I just liked them. I had Looney Tune pogs. What else was really fun when I was like a little kid? Lego and Duplo to some extent. Ooh, those little fairy things that had like the ripcord, not Beyblades. They would fly. We had this conversation like I don't know, a couple months ago. They would fly into the air because like their wings would come out and they would spin, and they were again also mildly dangerous. Water-based handheld ring toss game. No. I had some of those little toys that were like little mazes that were filled with fluid that you had to like tilt around to try to get a little ball through the maze. Those things were, I didn't like those very much. They weren't very fun. Crazy Bones? Crazy Bones sounds a little familiar. Have you seen a video where a girl used one on Christmas that goes into the fireplace? I have not. That sounds good though. I mean, unfortunate for the little girl on Christmas time. I was big into Beanie Babies. I would save my allowance. Well, no, I didn't get allowance. I would save my birthday money basically, or any other coins I could scrape up, and take them to a gift shop every once in a while. And whenever I had $10 plus tax, and I would select a Beanie Baby off the shelf, and I would take it home, and that would be like my new favorite thing until I got another one. But I kept the tags on them because I was exhorted to do such a thing, but I definitely like played with them. I didn't keep them in pristine condition. Anybody that wanted to try to sell my Beanie Baby collection would have been very disappointed. And indeed, the Beanie Baby bubble burst, so I think lots of people were meant to be disappointed then. My mom collected Beanie Babies, told everyone they were mine. If I was like a little kid, I mean, who am I kidding? I'm a 31-year-old adult and I do this, but like if Squishmallows had been a thing when I was a kid, I would have adored them. And now I'm 31 and I still kind of love them. I have quite a few. They're for me. I had two Furbies. One of them was like this like teal pink spotted thing, and then another one was like a more traditional color. Did that 5 times fast? Beanie Baby Bubble Burst. Oh, that is tough. Beanie Baby Bubble Burst. 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 That is quite tricky. I love tongue twisters though. I have like no useful cool party tricks except that I am mildly good at tongue twisters. Furbies have made a comeback, as I learned over the holidays. A lot of times when we mention these nostalgic things, I kind of like want to get back into them again. I'm like, you know what? I do want like a lava lamp or like plush toys or whatever, but like Furbies, I am happy to let them come back without me. Nothing about the comeback of Furbies is making me want to dive into those waters again. Okay, so I just want to get eyes on the elementals that I'm looking for here. They should be big elites. Yeah, these Earth Shatter guys, those should do it. But then we're going to log on to the Evoker and check and see how the air thing is doing. My favorite tongue twister is proper cup of coffee in a proper copper coffee pot. I have seen long Furbies. I saw them in like a YouTube video or something at one point in my life. Am I going to log out? Oh, I'm going to get punched. Am I going to be dead when I log back in? I don't know. I don't think so. Can only imagine Kira and Moose's reaction to a Furby randomly activating their presence. Moose would want to destroy it, and Kitty Cat would want Moose to destroy it on her behalf, I think. I'm glad I eventually stopped needing Funko Pops. Awful money sink as an adult. I mean, I don't think this is much better, but the best thing I can say for myself is that I'm unlikely to break these unless my dog gets a hold of them. And I haven't bought any since that one time that I went looking for them and came home with a whole bunch of them. I feel like I'm satisfied with my current collection and I haven't felt a strong need to get more. So we are ready to open our Docile Airy Soul. Are we gonna get 3? Here, let's get our Blaze Spirit out. Now that we are 2 for 4. Blaze Spirit can replace Drippy on the bar. Plus, I don't think we ever took a look at it. That one doesn't seem as big, does it? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just not in a gnome. Blaze Spirit, I dub thee Toasty. They're too fun to get. I must give them cool names. Ta-da! Nope. It was only our second attempt at a Gale Spirit, though. Let's get ourselves another one, shall we? Just moved on to rare, expensive plants. I don't have the guts to do that. I am reasonably good with plants, but they do still die under my care occasionally. And when I bought them for like $3 in a little tiny cup and then grew them, it doesn't upset me so much. But if I spent like, I don't know, over $10 on a plant and it died, I would feel that acutely. So I'm very cheap when it comes to shopping for plants. Or I've found that I can kind of scavenge them just from the world. Like people set out cuttings on the side of the road around here because it's a weird city where people do that. And cheap. I just like having opportunities to use the wig command. I think it's funny. I don't mean it to be like super short or like snippy with anybody. I don't know. I feel like it's a relevant answer. Okay. So that will be ready in another 15 minutes. This isn't so bad when all you have to do is just log onto a character every 15 or so and just give it a go. I say now. If it takes me 153 attempts, I might have different feelings. Did somebody say wig? How are the rest of my plants doing? Speaking of plants. Are you thirsty? You are thirsty. This one is like, it doesn't really know what it's doing with its life. It's like not unhappy, but it gets quite leggy in that window because our light's not very good. We have like one window in the whole place that gets decent light. And it gets no air circulation, so they have different issues. I could set up fans, but don't want to bother the cat. So yeah, this one does fine, but it gets quite, it's quite leggy. I think it's kind of cute. But yeah, you need some water. I bet you anything. Actually, this ficus is like, against all odds, kind of happy. And I thought it would be dry because it seems to dry out really quickly, but it's actually doing fine. I must have watered it recently. Doesn't sound like me, but could have done. Yeah. Not mad at that. You can go home. And then the peace lily looks. Oh, you want to see the peace lily? Sure, we're doing a planter one. This one, I think, could use some more water, because these, in my experience, really like not drying out. They like being quite damp, and I think it will be happier if I water it. So I'm also going to leave it out so that after the stream I remember to take it to the sink. I need more shelving. I might have to rearrange my back shelf there to migrate some plushies and make some room to put some wig stands if I'm going to get more wigs, because I want to be able to store them with like enough space so they don't get like damaged or crumpled or anything. Kind of help preserve them, but I don't actually have all that much storage, so we might have to move some plushies. I think I have like 10 minutes to kill, don't I? I sent her a weapon to learn. Put the wigs on the plushies. Yeah, it's a new wig. I like the ficus. Do you miss your long hair? No. No. If anything, I'm quite pleased. I'm quite tickled pink with this as a solution because it bypasses a lot of problems that having long hair had for me. Alrighty. Oh, we're ready to open the Earthen Soul. I didn't realize 10 minutes had, or 15 minutes had passed already. Yeah, I've got one docile Earthen Soul. It's ready to open. All right, here. We must have Toasty supervise. This is just for this doesn't actually change your drop rate or anything like that. It's just for fun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Nope. Not yet. Let's get ourselves another one. One big stompy friend. And then after, I think that when this one hatches, that'll be my last one, because against all odds, it's somehow quarter to noon already. That happened really fast. Hunter Transmog looks awesome. Why, thank you. Why isn't your Dracthyr called Hazelstraza? That's actually a good question. That's kind of a cute name. I thought Zelixia was kind of cool. I wanted to give her like a... I liked the Black Dragon Flight suffix, even though she's not a black dragon. I guess she is red. I know it doesn't match, but the ZEL is like the back part of Hazel. I thought it was kind of undercover, you know? I have incredibly good light for the first time in years, taking advantage by having plants I've never been able to have before. Limiting myself to what can fit in the west window. Nice. That sounds lovely. This wig was on Amazon for 20 bucks. I could not find it on American Amazon. I found it on Canadian Amazon. I was looking for an American Amazon link of the same thing so that I could make an affiliate link because I figured somebody might want it. But yeah, it's a cheap costume wig. They have improved in years since the last time I looked. I will probably try some somewhat nicer wigs, still synthetic wigs, but some nicer ones at some point. Or I guess at the very least more expensive. But for the time being, I'm pretty happy with this for 20 bucks. I spent more money on the wig caps and then a couple of stands and then also like a spray to help maintain synthetic hair because I figured I want to make an effort at taking good care of them. What am I doing? I'm logging back onto this one. That's right. It was styled like this, but with all the curls down. I just kind of put it in a ponytail. It's just like a curly bob with bangs. I did trim the bangs to make them fit me. And I just kind of yellowed that with scissors because I spent years and years and years trimming my bangs, so more or less got the hang of it. Yeah, I think it looks a little more wiggy and costumey in person, but I want it specifically for this format. So I don't think anyone's gonna buy it as my real hair. Maybe they will. It doesn't really matter. I just think it looks cute. And I can try different ones. I want a green one. I want like a green, blue, teal, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Besides, doing bangs kind of gets around the whole lace front issue and blending and whatnot. I feel like it's much more low maintenance to wear a wig that has bangs if you're not against having bangs. And I liked having bangs. I had them for years. What am I doing? I'm looking to see. We have 9 minutes on this, and we got to kill 9 minutes. What do I want to do? I could herb. I could go movement speed by 50%. I'm going to actually pop over to the Dreamsters thing because I want to take a look at that buff. Chroma key wig! Yeah, I've always liked having pink hair, and with my naturally dark and curly hair, having hair that is both bleached and then dyed and then straightened, and wanting it to have any length is just a lot to ask from the integrity of natural hair. So this is easier. And it means that I get to take it off when stream is over, and then I don't have to... I'm just not a careful person. Like, I shove hats in my head, and I roll around on the floor with my dog, and I take naps, and I flop over into a despair puddle on my couch, and I am just not that careful. And if you're trying to maintain curly hair, it's like... Or just like, you know, give yourself like a nice blowout and then have it last for a few days. There's all kinds of rules about try not to touch it and don't run your hands through it and put it in a silk cap before you do this and put it in a shower cap before you do that. And it's just like so much. Watch me walk up this hill on my dragon, by the way. It's so much. And I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. Come in for first time. Heard dog sold. Hope you're well. Ah, thank you very much. There is a puppy. There is a kitty cat. Kitty is the common... Miss Kira, my kitty cat, is our most common stream visitor because this is in her domain. But we did have an unexpected moose visit the other day. My partner facilitated a surprise moose drive-by. You could fill the time gap by bringing more alts for more chances. I could, actually. So the cost of doing that... I mean, the air spirit's expensive. Like, if you wanted to buy a Gale Spirit, you would be, at least on this... Oh, 150k is not that bad. I was going to say, you'd be in the hole for 150k. If you wanted to buy extra soul inhalers, 3,500. They were 2K last time I looked, but yeah, you could buy more of them to use on more characters. I could probably ask Flabby to make them, actually, for cheaper than that. And then, yeah, you could rotate a bunch of alts. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Because downtime, right? We're nothing if not brute forcing. I might do that tomorrow. We would have to do all of our freehold mount runs first so that they're free to leave freehold for the week. I could put a bunch of characters out with the... I could put a bunch of characters out with the air spirit. And then I could have just Inksy do the earth spirit. And then whenever one of them drops, we just like move the characters to the other one if need be. Where is Marlex? Is he over here? He is over here. Yeah, I wanted to see this. Yeah, so Dream Surge Overgrowth is multiple Dream Surge effects occur at once. It doesn't necessarily mean all of them, I guess. I don't know. In 12 minutes, we'll keep an eye on this because I might be able to... Well, actually, that's at noon. I'm going to be leaving, but you might be able to get away with... Maybe I'll get away with less. Am I going to be using Soar as my new way to Dragon Ride? I suppose so. I don't see why not. It sounds kind of fun. We have 6 minutes now. Am I tracking herbs? Yeah, yeah. With your luck, you should have done the freehold runs today, right? I'd be excited to do those tomorrow. That sounds like a fun Thursday morning stream. Maybe this is just like Hazel's luckiest year. And we're just gonna get the freehold now, you know? New Year? Oh boy, 15 gold Knockenbloom. I can sell those for a gold each. That's 16 gold I get to keep. I wonder if there's anything worse. I wonder if Frost is still really inflated. Actually, there's something I can take a look at. I can't craft in the meantime. Unless I wanted to get, like, portable alchemy stations, which I do not want to do. But if I was killing time, I want to do an auction scan and just take a look at the values of different alchemy things to see if it would be worth crafting. I think I have 100k stashed on my Horde Priest. I bet I could scrape up like 400k seed money if I needed to. Haven't looked at alchemy in a few weeks. It definitely fell off, but I feel like it's still... No, it's still decent. That's I get you right. Shocking disclosure. Someone's just messing with the price of the gold shocking disclosures. Somebody reset them. What about Dreamwalker's Healing's not worth it, but Frozen Focus also not worth it. I wonder if Awakened Frost is quite expensive. Ultimate Power, no. I should do my Drac. This transmutes. That's pretty good. Tepid Versa? No Tepid Versa. Took a big hit in Frozen Focus, made 10k, now they dipped. Twoism TV, thank you for the 2-month resub and for gifting out a gift sub too. Appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Hey. How are we, what are we looking at? 3 more minutes. We gotta kill 3 more minutes and then we can open that. Get another one for next time, and then we're waiting on our Earth and Soul. We've got 2 more chances at pets today before we wrap up the stream. It feels nice to be back. I'm hoping that the weather gets a little chillier. I know that's a silly thing, like a strange thing to hope for in winter, but it's been so warm that like the plants are confused. The California lilac bushes have started blooming again. I've seen full roses. There is a cherry blossom bush, or a bush that has some blossoms that look like cherry blossoms, that is like thinking it's spring and it is January, and it's just, this weather is throwing everything off. I want a good freeze. I fear we're going to have, you know, twice as many mosquitoes as we need to if it doesn't freeze soon. How warm has it been there? It was like 11 Celsius for like the week around Christmas, which is bizarre. Like record-shattering levels of warmth. It's not like it's hot here, but it's just, it should be freezing. Mild in New York. One of my jungle cacti produced fruit. Oh, that's exciting. Middle of a snowstorm here in Denmark. Still don't have snow here in Saskatchewan. It's been bizarre. 5 to 10 Toronto around that time. It's dropped a bit. We had a couple of 6-degree days, and I think it's like 6 or 7 out right now. Let me see. But I want a good freeze. I think it's supposed to soon. I've let go of needing snow. I wanted a little bit of snow just so I could show my puppy snow, but you know, I'm sure he'll see it at some point in his life. No, it's 9 degrees and raining. That's weird for January. It's supposed to be cold. Negative 30 Celsius here. Oh, that is chilly. That is, like, aching in the bones. "13 more seconds, then we can move this one." Snowing right now in Quebec. All right. Our third attempt. Not just yet, but we'll get another one to cool down. And I think tomorrow we might start getting into a bit of an operation about this. I wonder if there's ever a point in which you've spent so much gold on soul cages that it's like kind of not worth it anymore and you should have bought it. You would need to spend a lot of gold in soul cages to get to 150k. Okay, let's log back to my gnome and take a look at the Earthensil for our last chance at the Dust Spirit. But yeah, we got 2 of them today, which is nuts. Today, finally soft launched the project I'd been working on for months. Congratulations, Diarrhea Lad. Nice. I remember your shower thought about that, or that you had a thought that you were gonna have to share. I trust everything's running smoothly. Where am I going? This character. That's right. I have a lot of plants to water. I kind of want to do keys at some point this week, but I'm having so much fun farming that I don't know when. So we've got 3 minutes before we can do the Earthensil. What can I do for 3 minutes? I mean, I guess I could just like fish. Not like for anything in particular, but just in the ocean. There's ocean right behind this wall. Oh, there's a dock too. I do love fishing off a dock. Let's see. Don't I have an add-on for this? I think I do. I'll have to look into it. But it's just a way to kill some time. I don't think I'm going to get anything worth selling. You never know. Not to blow all my good stories in one day, but I, for the first time in my life, on purpose, purchased pine nuts. I always said they were too rich for me before. And honestly, if I had seen how many of them you get for that amount of money, I might not have done it. But I toasted some up and I put them in a salad. And they were really, really, really yummy. I love pine nuts, man. I think there's some pine nuts in bread recipes as well that I could do. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. Add-ons? Inksy. Better fishing. We turn it on, and then we find our keybind. Fancy. Happy New Year, Hazel. Happy New Year. It gets a little bit less fancy when you realize that you're eating your spinach salad with a blue cheese dressing and pine nuts out of a big plastic mixing bowl from Target, because I find it difficult to neatly eat salad out of normal size, like, I don't know, cereal bowls. So, and I certainly can't, I don't know, I usually just toss the salad in a huge bowl and then I'll put them into other also huge bowls because then it's just, you know, you can like drop a leaf and it's fine, it works out. Those are also the same bowls that I use if I'm making sushi rice bowls or burrito bowls or basically anything, basically anything remotely big. Sometimes like a big bowl of Korean rice. It's not that I can't fit a serving of food into one... Oh, our earthen soul's ready. It's not like I can't fit a serving of food into like a normal bowl. It's just that if I wanted to fit the food and then also not spill it, it's nice to have like the extra high walls. Okay. Oh, hang on. We must have Toasty supervise our blaze spirit. For good luck. There we go. No. 10 attempts at the dust spirit, so we're gonna go get one more and then I will, so that it can be cooling down while I'm offline. And then I must wrap up and go offline for the day, regrettably. Bigger the bowl, better the taste. Sometimes I think about having like fancy large bowls that aren't also my mixing bowls, just to make me feel more like I've, you know, really set the table for dinner, but I don't know if the mixing bowl works. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Better ingredients, better pizza. I'm not finishing it. I won't. Yeah, I think I might get a few more of these made and a few more characters to rotate. Figure out like what the magic number is that you can just kind of go around and around. How many do you have time to do within like a 15-minute cool-off period? Magic Man, thank you for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. I am hungry. I think I have some form of a plan. All right. Put our Earth and Soul over there for next time. I can't believe we just logged into one. It was crazy. It was great. I had a delightful stream today. Thank you all very much for joining me. I shall be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to do some freehold farming and I would love to set up like a real circuit for grinding that Gale Spirit. I'm excited about that. Levitt War, thanks for the 7-month reset. Appreciate it. Appreciate all of you guys and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.